All right, looks like the race is ready. Take it away, runners, for the Pokemon Gold Glitchless race!
Okay. Okay, what's up, guys? Gunnermaniac here, Pokeguy. Gonna be doing Pokemon Gold today. We actually have to start our run on a particular second out of the minute, so we're gonna go in about 35 seconds here. We'll get a countdown on that.
Do you guys already hard reset?
Yeah, we're all good. We're waiting on that for 53.
So 53?
0.5.
Yep, okay.
20 seconds.
Yeah, it's a little bit awkward with gold because you have to do some manipulation right away.
We hit a bad cycle.
Yeah. It's also going to be kind of serious for the first couple minutes, so...
Yeah, the hardest part of the run and the most scary part by far is right away. So.
Yeah. All right, so we're getting ready to start here pretty close. 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo.
So they've already manipulated their trainer ID to be a certain ID. That's for later. And they're also going to be doing a few manipulations at the start. They need to get a Totodile with perfect DVs. So good stats. DVs just determine how good a Pokemon's stat is. It's 0 to 15, so the higher the better. So what exactly are they doing with the manipulation?
So they're hard resetting, and when you hard reset, all the RNG values get set to a predictable value. And if you play frame perfectly until a certain event, you can manipulate the outcome of that event. So they're gonna save and grid right before the total Pokeball, and they're gonna play frame perfectly until they grab the total and manipulate the total stats that way.
Now, what exactly are they aiming for with the stats?
They're aiming for 15 attack, 13 defense, 15 speed, and 15 special.
So perfect outside of defense.
Yeah.
So this is going to be serious time here coming up, so we'll definitely need everyone to be quiet for this.
Yeah, they need to hit a 1 frame window at 60 FPS.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so they both got the Totodile manip. Good job. Now, keep it down. There's going to be another manip coming up right away. Yeah, so keep it down, guys. Oh. Okay, they're both through the hard part. There we go. Good job, guys.
That's what I mean. The hardest part's of the run are right at the beginning. It's scary, but now we're on track. Got past the worst of it. The run's not going to die.
Yeah.
At the very least.
So again, they have to do that entire section frame perfectly, 0 inputs away from what they expect. So it's very difficult. So
The idea is that the RNG starts from the same point after you hard reset the game. So as long as you play perfectly, you can get a consistent outcome.
Yep.
But
and then based off which frame that you start the game on.
so yeah, this part of the grass isn't worth doing a hard reset for to manipulate. You could, but sometimes you get encounters here, sometimes you don't. It's not that bad.
Yeah, you only get usually 1 on average, maybe 2 at worst.
Okay.
All right, so 1 for Gunner. Pokeguy could catch up a bit if he gets no encounters on the way down. They're also going to grab the berry from the berry tree here. They need that to heal later. It's kind of a worst case scenario kind of thing.
Yeah, there's some scenarios where you really need that. A lot of times you don't, but it's just added safety for almost no cost.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming up to the rival fight. The rival fight's kind of awkward. He's always going to lead, or almost always going to lead, with Growl. And if he hits you with it, it's pretty bad. Pokeguy with no encounters, that's really good. Growl, of course, lowers your attack, and then you're not doing as much damage, so it's pretty gross if he hits you with it.
And this Totodile has a bit less HP than the other Totodile that we can manipulate for. So if this fight goes standard, I am probably going to... Nice.
Okay, Growl fail.
Nice.
Good.
So now I'm completely safe. Nothing can go wrong from here.
Yep.
But with this Totodile, you generally have to risk a critical if you don't heal.
Yeah.
A speed tie lost critical, actually. You are
Wow.
speed tie. Wow. Nice.
Wow.
Perfect rival fight for Gunner. That's kind of crazy.
And the speed tie.
Yep. Yeah, so if 2 Pokemon have the same speed, it's just 50-50 who goes first. So luckily Gunner won the speed tie there. Now let's see what happens with Pokeguy. Oh, unfortunate. So that's going to add at least 1
Wow.
turn.
That's
Double Growl. Wow.
At least you don't die now.
Yeah. Hopefully criticals. Criticals will ignore stat changes, so he'll crit through the 2 Growls if he does and do a lot of extra damage. But yeah, it's kind of safe if the Growl happens. It's just slower, or the double Growl, I should say.
So we have to be really, really careful after we finish that rival fight about our step count, because that affects what RNG we get. And I'm going to set up another manip after the lab sequence here. So no extra steps.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to do a 3rd manipulation. There's also something that happens at the end of the manipulation if they play perfectly and hit a pretty difficult frame window. They can force a critical on the first turn of the first fight, and that will 1-hit KO the Pidgey and save 2 damage as well as save a turn, which is really good.
So we're going to set up the manip in the same spot that we did last time. The manip is made in such a way that we can use the same paths for this path and the previous path to make it much easier to react to and memorize.
Yeah. They have to say no to the catching tutorial first and then walk back, unfortunately, but it's definitely better that way. Anyway, this is more serious time.
And you'll notice I'm actually taking the same path as I did last time because I hit the same frame. But because we're taking a different route, like exiting Cherry Grove in a different place, I have to change up the ending.
All right, Pokeguy's about to start his manip. Okay, looks like Pokeguy's on his now. And Gunner messed up the critical manip.
Yeah.
Too hard.
Yeah. There's quite a few text boxes you have to click through, so it's pretty hard. Naturally crits it the second turn, of course.
Oh my god, I messed up. All right, didn't get any out of this. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's wow.
Oh, wow.
So that's why we pick up the berry. That speed tie lost critical would have put me in a really risky situation with healing items later on, but now I just have one to spare.
You also just learned Rage, which is one of the best moves, especially early on in the game, while we only have Scratch as our other attacking move. So, really useful move to get.
Yeah. There's going to be another manipulation coming up, so more cry time.
Yep.
Oh. Gotta call Mom.
Yeah. Gotta call Mom first, otherwise she calls you.
Hi, Mom.
We should all call our moms. Okay, so Pokeguy is also going to have to heal here. Okay, good. This new manip also forces them to skip the bitter berry, which is a big change from older runs, because that's a very good thing to have for safety. Anyway, Pokeguy's going to do his manip. Oh, messed up, I guess.
I don't know what that is. Try one more time. I know the problem. Yeah. I thought I had to take 2 extra steps because I took 2 steps earlier, but the battle actually resets that, so I was not supposed to do that.
Do I have time for some donations?
Once he hits this manip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just go.
I don't know. I'm just doing, okay, whatever.
Okay, I think he's just going to take it. He's dodged the spinner, which
And now we can get the bitter berry.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll get the bitter berry.
So a couple things to mention really quick. He's going to grab the bitter berry because he missed the manipulation. You'll also notice Rage being used on every fight. Every time you take damage while you're using Rage... Okay, good. You got no encounters. Every time you take damage while using Rage, you will raise your attack by one stage. So Rage will progressively start dealing more and more damage. Something about the Bird Keeper AI as well is they'll always attack, so Rage works out pretty well here, because even though they have status moves, they can't use them, so it's really good having a move that plays off of that.
Yeah, the worst thing is they miss tackle, and then you don't get the rage stack, and it takes longer, but it's just delaying it, not actually a problem.
Yeah.
So because we picked up the berry and didn't get any criticals or anything, I'm completely safe for this Faulkner fight with 1 potion.
Yeah. Other than that, we can probably do 1 or 2 quick donations as well.
All right. We've got $100 from Mighty Crowbat saying, "Ohio, everyone. Just had to donate during Gunner's and Pokeguy's race. Good luck to both of them. Show us an awesome race. Oh, and if Gunner wins, I'll donate another 50, but no pressure."
Ooh, picking sides.
We've got $25 from the Ho-Oh in the audience. Okay, here we go. Ka-ka! Ka! Ra! Ka-ka! Scream!
That's pretty good.
I'm sorry for butchering that, Ho-Oh. I did not go to bird school, which is for birds. We've got $1,000 from Corey Fox.
Oh, wow.
Saying thank you for everything you do. Both GDQ, PCF, the runners, the tech staff, the announcers, the venue, the volunteers, and the viewers. I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say it's all greatly appreciated. Here's $1 for every Pokemon, almost. But seriously, cancer affects us all, and hopefully this is one small step in the right direction. Stay strong and live long. Oh, and isn't a Pokeball awfully similar in shape to something else? Or we've got $500 from Anonymous, saying, had to donate during Pokemon. Play the game competitively for nearly a decade and met many close friends through it. And, to the stream, use your Twitch Prime.
All right, so coming up here, they're going to head back to the Pokemon Center and heal. They need this as their warp point later, so they have to enter the center anyway. And they also need to grab the egg to progress the story, So
we're going to take the egg after we heal on the Pokemon Center here because it only puts one Pokeball in the belt instead of 2 having the egg in the inventory. Small little optimization, but...
It's always weird they make you heal the egg,
right.
Even though it's like you can't battle with it.
You have to get this egg to progress the story. You can't go to the next route without it, so...
Yep. All right, looks like Pokeguy's pretty set for Faulkner. Should be pretty good from here.
Can only die to a 1 in 39 crit and a crit.
Yeah. If it happens, though. Okay. Can't lose now.
Yeah, in world record attempts, you don't have as many healing items, so 1 critical from the Pidgeotto is usually run ending.
Yeah. Gunner also grabbed the Paralyzed Cure Berry there. It's going to be extremely useful for the whole game.
Okay, something...
Okay.
Not level 8.
Okay,
good.
That's good. They want to KO something for experience, so this works out really well for Gunner. Gets his experience here.
It's a range. He has variable stats, so it can die in 1 hit, but...
Using Rage there for the shorter text.
Yeah.
It actually doesn't even save time, but I like to stay fresh on my move switches. It's the exact same number of frames to switch from scratch to rage to finish something off. But for like if you were to switch to Water Gun to rage, Water Gun has more characters, so it is actually faster.
Mm-hmm. Now because they don't have I think both of you have the same Totodile as well. Did either of you get the 13? Okay.
We both have the worst one.
Yeah, so they got the worst of the 2 Totodiles, which will change some of the battles, this being one of them. With the other Totodile, they would use Rage here, because they'd have a chance to 2-hit the Zubat. But instead, they'll have to go for a 3-shot here. And that's the worst thing the Zubat can do, confuse them. That's unfortunate.
Not good. Definitely have to save now.
Yeah. Luckily for Pokeguy, he does have the Bitter Berry. So
critical.
Hopefully he just snaps here.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay. Not too bad.
that was getting a little scary.
Yeah.
There is an extra super potion you can pick up though.
Yeah.
Which I'm probably gonna pick it up here.
So we'll see if Pokeguy gets his encounter. The fight they do next will be determined by if they get an encounter or not, because they need to make up some experience, and Pokeguy did get an encounter. Let's see if it's good enough. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, gonna have to run from that.
Punished. Got an encounter because I picked up the super potion, but
oh yeah,
that's how it goes.
You would normally walk up to trainers as well instead of letting them walk to you, because making trainers walk to you has an animation that's slower. But when you're going to have to walk through the grass or a cave, for example, to talk to the trainer, it's better to just let them come to you. So that's why they do that for these trainers. Yeah, Gunner's going to save for the Goldeen. This fight's terrifying.
Yeah, the better Totodile speed ties the Goldeen here, which can help a lot. But and you might be thinking, this is a Pokemon speedrun. Why are you fighting an extra trainer? But the wild encounter that I killed, plus the experience from this Goldeen, gives us Water Gun. And we're about to go into Union Cave where there's a lot of rock Pokemon.
So there's the Bitter Berry for Pokeguy. It's really nice he had it, but kind of unfortunate he used it there.
Yeah.
There's so many places to get confused on this split.
Yeah. I think there's like 6 Zubats or something, and the Goldeen if you fight it.
That's really bad.
Unfortunate.
-2 defense.
Really needs to hit through here.
Okay, critical. Snap. Come on, big guy. Good.
Wow, really lucky for Gunner there. Okay. If you save before a fight and take
Maybe I
8
can
damage,
kill this.
that usually means it went very well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, good for Pokeguy. He got the Hop Pip. which you can
Fortunately,
do.
Yep.
this Hoppip has a 1 in 3 chance of using Synthesis, which will restore its HP. Or I can
Or you can
Oh.
just crit it.
Nice,
Nice. Okay. Good. All right, so now he can do the Goldeen fight instead of the slower Onyx fight.
So now this Onyx fight, this is a spinner, the first actual spinner we're passing in the run. So he spins around. If he looks at me, I gotta fight him.
That's
We're
the
holding
weird
hands.
Yeah, spinners spin randomly. You may have noticed a guy who was rotating that Gunner walked past. There's 2 kinds of trainers that spin around. There's rotators and spinners. The rotators are always in the same directions. That was lucky.
He has 2 frames to hit you there.
Yeah. So the rotators are completely free to dodge, but the spinners are kind of crazy. There's a lot of in-depth mechanics to them, so we'll get to see those later.
So here's the main reason why that Goldeen is worth it. This guy has 3 Geodudes.
Ooh. Pokeguy's having a very rough
I'm dead if
Goldeen
I hit
fight.
myself. Okay.
Okay.
There's going to be another manipulation
Good.
coming up for Gunner, which guarantees a Sandshrew, which is used for cut.
Wow.
Yeah,
Are you
critical
kidding me?
pack. Come on. Yeah, the Goldeen's several turns faster than the Onyx, so it's worth fighting, but it's a far scarier fight. The Onyx can very rarely kill you.
So this will be the last manipulation that we do in the run.
Yeah.
It doubles as getting a cut companion, as well as passing a very slow spinner.
Oh my gosh.
It's really unfortunate you had the Bitterberry too, but you had to use on the first Zubat.
Okay.
Anyway, more serious time for Gunner as he does this next manip. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Just snap out. Don't.
Please.
Okay.
Good. Okay. Thank God.
And that's why you save.
Yeah. It's really dumb that you have to save for that fight, but you just do. There's no way around it.
I want to give a quick shout out to Enterpinter for finding all of these manipulation setups that you see.
Yeah, definitely.
it is so much work to go through all the nonsense behind how the RNG works and finding paths that work on every frame and making them easy for humans to execute. And I mean, the manipulation I just did and the one Pokeguy is about to do adds so much consistency to the run. You pass a spinner that saves, or that costs you a whole ton of time, and then you get a Pokemon to use Cut with, which can be a huge troll.
Pokeguy got his Sandshrew earlier in the cave, which means he can catch this and do a different ending to the manipulation later. He can also get the encounter and KO it.
Wrecked.
Okay.
Absolutely wrecked.
Yeah, that's the last spinner they have to dodge. That's also one of the scariest spinners in
It
the
is.
game.
If I didn't have the super potion I picked up before, I would have saved for that guy too. And Pokeguy's gonna have to,
Yeah.
because he's been so trolled.
2 encounters already in Union Cave's pretty rough.
And did you kill that one, or did you?
I caught the Sandshrew.
Okay.
He caught it, yeah.
There's Pokemon that are useful to KO for experience in Union Cave, but that is not one of them. Oh no. That guy can block you.
Are you going to sell Mud Slap?
I am gonna sell Mud Slap.
Yeah, you can see Water Gun, though, immediately being put to work, because with Rage, this fight's like 10 turns long. It's horrible for Pokeguy.
Actually meant to buy 6 super potions, not 5, but I picked an extra one up. We should be fine.
Okay. Grab the full heal for some safety as well. That can be used in so many places. It's worth buying or grabbing.
Yeah, it's super necessary. It's really slow to pick up, actually, but too many things can happen. You even pick that up on most world record attempts because of how many things can status you in this game and how bad it is when it happens.
Yeah.
Gonna be the last minute coming up for Pokeguy, so a little bit of serious time again.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't understand.
Yeah,
Is-
so you saw him pause right at the end to guarantee, or like, he already caught the Sandshrew, so he didn't need the one from the manipulation, so he paused and just went to the next trainer without an encounter.
Sometimes you'll also opt to get the Sandshrew encounter even if you already caught one, just for some extra experience. But he already got the experience from the Hoppip earlier.
Getting supersonic there can be really scary because then he starts leech lifing and sometimes he'll heal enough HP to actually tank another hit.
Yeah.
If you have a little more experience and you're level 15 there, then that's not a problem. That is one thing about all these encounter manips is that we don't get to KO things for experience along the way. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, he's gonna have to save for Anthony. This is too scary.
Oh, wow. That was a really amazing critical.
Yeah, he can't do this fight right now. He doesn't have the healing items for it, so he just has to save and avoid them. Okay, good. Didn't have to reset at least. Yeah, you can get kind of hard-walled by some trainers early on because you don't really have the strongest Pokemon yet.
It's also worth noting that earlier in the run where they fought the Goldeen trainer, that experience comes into play later in the run, and there are other options that you could use to get that experience. It's just better to do the Goldeen because you have the benefit of having Water Gun for Russell with 3 Geodudes.
Yeah.
Okay, really want to get tackle there, but you don't usually get it. Quick attack on turn 2 is good. So now this is a really important turn because if I get confused here, I'm -1 defense and start hurting myself a lot. And if I get Leech Life, I get an extra Rage stack, which makes the next Zubat favorable to die to 1 Rage. So really important turn. Nice.
Okay, that's good. There's a lot of damage ranges in this game. Your attacks can vary in how much damage they do based off of just a random roll. So sometimes you need to hit pretty favorable ones to get some like clutch kills. So this Zubat, for example, was a range and he got it.
29 and 39 to die.
Yeah, so pretty likely, but can still survive sometimes.
And you'll notice again where they're not talking to some of the trainers here in the well, the encounter chance is really low in the well, but it's still just worth it to let the exclamation mark go and just walk fewer tiles and not get an encounter.
Yeah.
I know Gunner has seen 3 encounters in the well before, which is extremely unlikely, but possible.
The encounter chance per tile is 5 out of 256. So, wow.
I was actually supposed to heal before this fight, but I forgot. But didn't die, so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna heal on this rat though.
So that was a healless Slowpoke well, which is not something that usually happens at all. But I got two useful criticals and didn't take much damage from the fight that Pokeguy's doing, and they usually do a ton of damage to you.
Yeah, you got critical by quick attack. Very lucky he healed there.
Yeah, the Rattata has relatively high attack for the basic Pokemon in this part of the game, on top of both of his moves having the same type attack bonus as he's a normal type Pokemon using a normal type move.
Yep.
Do we have time for some donations?
Yep, this is a good time.
Yep.
We've got $100 from the Washer 1967 saying, "Greetings from the back couch. Good luck to Gunner and Pokeguy. Good luck on beating Red and praising the god of Ohio." We've got $250 from the Slain Man saying, "Hype for Pokemon Gold."
Hey.
We've got $20 from Goro saying, Tira on mic and Pokemon runs? Time to open my wallet. Sending love from the GDQ Discord. Aw, thank you, Discord.
It's interesting to point out the fight that Gunner is on. You notice they're a set of twins, and in Gen 2, when you have twins like that, this was before double battling, so the twin that you talk to determines which Pokemon that they send out first. You intentionally want to talk to the twin on the right so that you send out Ladybot first. Spinnerack has Poison Sting, String Shot, and Scary Face. And String Shot or Scary Face, of course, will lower your speed, and that will give the Ladybot more chances to use Supersonic. So it's better to just give the Ladybot only one shot at Supersonic than potentially 2 or 3 or more.
Yep.
And that Ladybot is a huge troll. She'll even use Supersonic if you're already confused. So if you try to heal it off, then you can just get confused again. This is the range. That's not good. Because this is the damage range, I can't heal off the paralysis. Okay.
Oh, that was lucky then.
Have to pick up the other full heal now, but that's okay.
So just as a testament to how great the manips are, and rather how difficult they are too, there are a total of 11 spinners in this game. You face the first 5 within the first 32 minutes of the game. And you're able to manip past 2 of them?
Yeah, I think 2. Oh, okay. The spinner was stuck there for Gunner, so he opted not to save because he noticed that in time. So that was pretty good.
Yeah. Bad menu, though. But yeah, I healed to full, and the spinner was stuck. Sometimes they get stuck for like 8 seconds.
Yeah.
So I should be fine here to skip the save.
Yeah, this fight's extremely unlikely to die on. A lot has to go wrong.
It's a good start. 1 hour rage to get stacking. Ideally 3 from the Metapod.
Looks like neither runner got well encounters, which is nice.
Yeah.
You could say it went well.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Strap in, folks.
Yeah, encounters in Gen 2 are ridiculous. They're like 15 seconds per encounter. It's really slow.
It's gross.
Yeah.
It's really gross.
Yeah, Gunner's in pretty good shape. He didn't get poisoned by the Kakuna, which is really good. He just has to get the Scyther range here.
Good roll.
Yeah, it looks promising. Good.
Good fight.
All right, good fight for Gunner.
I very much regret not saving. I found a situation in my head where I died, and I was like, oh, God.
Yeah. Poison, miss range, or something crazy like that.
Yeah, well, it would have a critical Fury Cutter on turn 2 or 3 plus me missing that range.
Yeah.
But we made it.
Yeah. Anyway, perfect timing to evolve to Croconaw. They just got Fury Cutter, and they're going to want to teach it right away. And luckily, Croconaw can learn it.
I'm fairly certain Totodile can learn it too, but Totodile just doesn't cut the mustard for the first fight.
Yeah.
Not even close.
The next fight's probably one of the hardest fights in the game. Of course, they're going to save for it. It's terrifying. It's mostly the Bayleaf, but the other 2 Pokemon are just really annoying in general as well.
That's good critical. It's just something about early Pokemon games. The Rival 2 fight is just awful in all of them, but each one has their own variety of awfulness.
Yeah. It's usually because the Rival's pretty high level comparatively, and
Balanced
you have to fight them early.
Balanced team, good stats.
Yeah.
It's truly a shame that the only move you used in the game that's not 100% accurate, you have to use on 2 of what are arguably the scariest fights in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, so Fury Cutter's 95% accurate, so it's 1 in 20 to miss. Hopefully we don't see it, but we probably will.
Save.
Gunner also swapped Leer to the top because it's slightly faster to teach Fury Cutter in slot 1.
And we'll teach Bite over that too, so it's just simple move management that lets you save inputs over the course of the run.
Yep.
That's good. So I don't have a full heal here. This Ghastly has Hypnosis. Really scary.
All right, wow.
Wow,
Nice.
really good pair.
That was a good fight.
Guy.
Nice.
He's had a pretty good gym so far. He crit the Ladybug too, so really solid.
So ideally we crit this Ghastly. Saves me a lot of trouble. Okay, don't do it. Okay.
Okay.
30% to paralyze there. That would have been my last status healing item.
All right, so here comes the Bayleaf. He needs to hit 3 Fury Cutters on it.
Reflect. That's very good.
Ooh, nice.
Perfect. Okay.
Crit.
Okay. If he criticals, then the the Zubat won't use Supersonic, so he might see it now.
Yeah, Gen 2 AI, if your
Wow.
HP is under half.
Turn 1 tackle.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's good.
That's
Okay.
very unlikely.
Oh, yeah,
Really
Gen
good.
2 AI, if your HP is under half, the AI is significantly discouraged from using status moves. And here we get status. That was a good water gun roll, though. I might be able to two-shot here. So that's...
It's ridiculous that any of these Pokemon can use Supersonic. None of them
Actually, I
have any
feel-
Chaos Emeralds.
Bite, crit, plus hurt myself in confusion would have killed me there.
All right. Yeah, it's better just take the safe win on the fight.
There we
He can
go.
get a Super Potion later if he
And
needs.
that sucks.
Okay. No Supersonic again, though, so the fight will be over here.
I'm in a spot where I don't really want to heal for Whitney with my current Super Potion count, but we'll see after the next fight if I'm forced.
Leer, turn 2.
I was going
What?
to say there's Underground.
Wow, that was a
as well.
crazy Bugsy.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
And Quick Attack.
Wow.
He usually just Fury Cutters the whole fight down, but sometimes you get that.
All right, well, I had a really good gym, so
Yeah, caught
definitely
up a
good for
bit.
catching up.
Yeah, that was really solid.
Do I have time for a couple donations?
Yep.
We've got $50 from Jack Sparrow saying, Ohio AGDQ 2019 and Twitch chat, of course. Making this quick donation to have this task bot and Twitch thing. Also, wishing the best possible luck to the Pokemon Gold run. We've got $25 to Pete57 saying, good luck to my longtime best friend Pokeguy on his race versus Gunnermaniac. Super psyched to see you on the big stage this GDQ. Keep up the good work. Ohio! We've got $25 from Octonana saying, had to donate during the Pokemon race. Cancer sucks. Ohio!
Thanks, man.
All right, so once again, Pokeguy's got a big menu here. He's got to teach Fury Cutter, heal, equip a berry, and then save, just because Rival's way too scary. And also Repel.
Repel, yeah.
So it's a lot you have to do in this menu. It's kind of cool you get to do it all at once.
Yeah, going into the menu in this game is rather slow, so it's ideal to do as much as you can each time you menu to minimize the number of times you have to.
So I had my full heal burned before. I have to pick this one up.
Yeah.
It's funny, I actually have exactly enough repel tiles with picking up, or like tiles that the repel will last for before it runs out.
Yeah, they also have to go a bit out of their way in the forest to grab Headbutt. It's a very, very good move in Gen 2. It's 70 power, which is their strongest move. It can flinch 30% of the time, which means the opponent won't get to attack if they're faster 30% of the time. And it's just a good move all around because normal typing is pretty good on most things.
And Crocodile has really high attack. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate in this generation that, as well as Gens 1 and 3, the type of move that, whether it's physical or special, is based on the type of move that it is. So literally all normal type moves will be physical. All water type moves will be special.
Nice.
Yeah.
The best way to delineate between the two is if Eevee has an evolution of that type, it was special in Gen 1, 2, and 3. If Eevee doesn't have an evolution...
Oh, come on. Okay,
Wait.
Growl, though. This is still possible.
I didn't repel.
I don't know what to do.
I walked that whole time without getting an encounter.
Maybe I should have switched.
Pokeguy's in a bit of a weird situation here.
Yeah, I'm probably dead. Okay.
Yeah, with a critical, yeah. Oh, that's very
Just
unfortunate.
go for miss. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Yeah, there's that 1 in 20 chance to miss, and if you miss at a bad time, you're usually just dead.
The Bayleaf's Razor Leaf has a 1 in 20 chance to miss too, but somehow that misses way less often.
Yeah, it seems that way. Something good about finally getting to Goldenrod is they can grab the bike right away, which is just great to have for Pokemon runs. It makes the movement so much faster.
And the bike shop owner is such a nice guy, you don't even have to have a bike voucher or anything. He's going to lend it to you with the expectation of getting it back. but you'll see that your riding around on it has done so much advertising for the shop, he's going to let you keep it. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, and he also says you can ride it anywhere, and you literally can't ride it in this room.
I mean, that may be why his bike shop wasn't doing so well. It's a good thing we're there to help him out.
False advertising, my man.
Something cool about Gen 2 was they introduced the ability to register an item, so you can just press select to get on the bike for the rest of the run, which is great, because you'd have to menu every time you want to get on it.
And arguably the best innovation of all of them, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Pokeguy's through the Bayleaf. That's
good.
Very good. Again, that's probably one of the scariest fights in the game. Probably like second or third scariest.
Can I throw out some donations?
Yeah.
We've got $20 from Von Dio saying, good luck on the race, Gunner Lad and Pokedude. Can we get the classic Gunner yell for Douglas?
Oh, God. I don't know.
That was fine.
It's pretty loud.
Our ears can take it. We'll be fine.
It can't be louder than the cacaws.
Well, if we get to Douglas for it, then
All right.
perhaps.
Anyway, coming up on a pretty scary fight here for Gunner. Whitney. It's not the Miltank. It is definitely the Clefairy. Clefairy has Metronome, which means the Clefairy technically knows every move. And you can get some crazy combinations with it that just instantly kill you. Hopefully we don't get to see any of those.
There are some that kill you slowly. Shout-outs to Snorm's Metronome Clamp into Metronome Solar Beam. Oof.
Yeah, you can't switch if you get clamped.
And then you just have to sit there and watch the Solar Beam hit you. It's awful.
Yeah, there's some amazing clips from all the Gold Runners throughout the years with this Clefairy. They use Fury Cutter now for the fight. It's more consistent than using Rage. So.
Of course, that's
a
a fight where Rage would have been good because each one of those double slaps stacks Rage, but much less consistent.
And Shin can correct me if I'm wrong on this one, but if the Clefairy were to roll a one-hit KO move, it would never hit because you're a higher level than it.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty fortunate that that's the case because you don't have to worry about some of the moves that would normally be terrifying.
Whereas in Gen 1, you had to be faster than the Pokemon that you were using the one-hit KO move on.
Yeah, it's based off level in every generation past one.
No.
This is a little scary.
Whew.
Okay, does this one hit here or is it a two-shot?
No. Oh,
it does if you crit, though.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So it does one hit. Never knew. And that's the last time they need to use Fury Cutter, and luckily they're learning a move that they'll put right over it right now.
So yeah, that Stomp has a 30% chance to flinch, just like Headbutt. And if it flinches, it kills all the stacks of Fury Cutter, so you just instantly lose. And then I also crit. So very close to run ending there, and that's why you have to save for this fight. There's like 20 reasons you have to save for this fight.
Mm-hmm.
When they get the good Totodile from the Manip, though, you one-shot that Miltank without the crit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think a couple more donations.
Yep.
Excellent. We've got $25 from Thoy saying, shout out to Shenanigans on the Couch from the We Do Raids mentors. Longtime viewer, first-time donator.
What's up, fellas?
We've got $25 from Mechamoth saying, Gunnermaniac and Pokeguy want to be the very best, like no one ever was. To speedrun games is their real test. To break records is their cause. Pokemon?
It is worth noting both of these runners have held the world record at one point or another, and Gunner currently holds it for this category.
Yeah,
Okay,
first
guys,
and second. Yep.
Yeah.
We've got $100 from Cece saying, Pokemon Gold and Silver remains my favorite game of all time, only matched by HeartGold and SoulSilver. I've been waiting for this all week. Can't wait.
So Gunner is just doing some side stuff here. We're going to be hearing what is arguably the best soundtrack in any video game ever as he goes into the game corner after picking up the coin case. If you think Lucky Channel's not the best song, you're wrong, and that's okay. But it's also worth it experience-wise for him to fight these trainers, as that will come into play later on in the run. Wants to be a certain level, 29, by the end of the Lighthouse. And the experience from the Goldeen trainer, in addition to the experience from these trainers and all the other mandatory trainers, is what's going to get him at right to 29, if I'm not mistaken.
He also has to fight them anyway. So
You have to
it's
fight
just
them
worth
at
to do
some
it now.
point.
Yeah.
And they need the Abra now,
And it's
too.
better for your PP management later in the game to have them out of the way now.
And you don't actually lose any turns from doing it this way.
Yep. Just super effective text, but that's not a big deal at all.
And finally, he has to go down this way anyway to get the coin case.
Yep.
He's going to use the coin case to get Abra. And Abra will teleport him at 2 different points in the run that make it worth getting it. The first one will literally be almost directly after he gets Abra. And the other one will be later on in the run once he's in Kanto. The normal progression of the game would have you go north past where he got the Spearow. And there's another spinner and 3 or 4 mandatory trainers that you have to fight going through that.
Yeah.
So it's just so much faster to get Abra. Now, Crystal wouldn't do that because it's what's known as spinner heck. And, well, it's a different word, but I'm trying to keep it safe for the children. So Crystal would just go through there anyway because they have to go through there twice in order to get the squirt bottle, which I don't know why they added that to Crystal, but
I think they wanted you to see the blockade. It doesn't make sense that they're like, yeah, I need the squirt bottle for what? I don't know, I just need it.
yeah. I mean, you literally have a water-type Pokemon. You think he could just use Water Gun to get rid of the Sudowoodo, but you just don't question Pokemon logic. You go further and further down the hole, and there's more and more inconsistency. You just enjoy the game.
Yeah. So here's the coin case. Gunner's grabbing it. That lets him purchase the Abra, which is just super helpful for the run.
It might look like I've caught up to Gunner a bit, but I really haven't. I'm doing this before Whitney to make the gym quite a bit safer.
Yeah.
See, Pokeguy will be 21 for the Miltank, which will allow him to one-shot it without the crit.
Yeah.
It'll change its move order a little bit, but it's a quick fix to it. Here we go, baby. Love this song.
Me too. You got to jam a little bit, you know?
Yeah, that's booty shaking music right there, man.
I always love this menu here. It's actually faster to attempt to buy a second Abra and have him say, no, you don't have enough coins, than it is to just end the conversation.
1 text box.
Yeah.
And done. All right, so since we're so far ahead here, I think we can have a little fun, right? Let's see how we do in the lottery real quick.
Well, he was going to have to stop in here anyway to do what's called a double deposit. You're required to get the egg, but it's quicker to deposit the egg than to let it hatch. And while he's here, he's going to go ahead and deposit Crokinole too, because that's going to heal him to full, restore his power points and everything. And it's like, since this is the closest box, you might as well try the lottery. Give it a try. Because you could win a rare candy. If all things go well, he could win a Master Ball, which could prove to be helpful later on. So we'll see how he does.
Yeah, it would save a little bit of time catching the Gyarados instead of a Poliwag or something.
What?
Oh, the Spearow.
Perfect match?
Perfect match. Master Whoa! I've never seen that before.
Dude, that's going to save so much time on the Gyarados. He'll just get in the ball. It's going to be great.
It's awesome.
All right, I got to come clean.
Was there some cheating involved?
No cheating, but the way it works in this game is the ID that the lottery checks for is set for the whole cartridge the first time you load up a save file. So if you start up the save file on a particular frame, you can guarantee that you'll win the lottery.
It's also the timing of the double deposit there is really convenient because it puts his party order as such where the Spearow is in the second slot. And since he'll be using Spearow to fly himself around a lot, that saves inputs by just having him in slot 2.
Anyway, we got the Whitney fight for Pokeguy. Let's see how this goes. Again, really scary fight. Hopefully it just goes well.
Good start.
Yeah, you just don't want to see Metronome generally.
All right.
That's interesting. He'll definitely one-hit the Miltank now.
This might still die.
Yeah, I should die.
Oh, yeah, it definitely will.
Interestingly enough, in the earlier stages of the run before Manip and everything, before they realized fighting Ralph was such a good idea, if you hadn't hit a spinner by this point in the game, you would fight that Sudowoodo and kill it for experience.
Okay. Yeah, it was good he got roll out there. He didn't have to worry about the stomp flinch.
It's a really good Whitney fight.
Yeah.
And because Pokeguy did all that underground stuff first, he was able to get a one-hit on Miltank.
Yep, even without the crit. So that was good. And we don't have to worry about accuracy anymore for at least for when we're at full accuracy.
You can actually get an encounter on that last grass tile, but it's not worth repelling for.
Yeah, that will be the last moment in the run where they could see a wild encounter.
Yep. One tile.
Well, technically the electrodes are wild encounters, but that doesn't count.
Yeah.
We also have rock tunnel movement. I'm going to go for the hard one, so I might get an encounter there as well.
Okay.
But the way it works is that when you fight a trainer, you get 4 tiles of encounter immunity. But if you turn, then it takes one of those tiles and eats it. So, because turning gives you an encounter chance. So you go turn 1, 2, 3, and then there's a 4th grass tile. So on that one tile, you have about a 9.8% chance to get an encounter.
Yeah. Something else that we might want to mention is we used to shop in the Goldenrod Mart twice, but with this route change, we only shop there once. And because of that, we don't have any X specials. They only sell X defends, attacks, and speeds in the first gym town.
Violet.
Can't remember what it's called. Thank you, Violet. So they have to kind of change how they would do this gym. So they're actually going to use bait for most of it. And it kind of changes up the order of what they're doing. So normally you would fight the kimono girls first and use surf, but this actually helps out a lot because they'll have more headbutts for later for the kimono girls as well. And surfs when they go to Olivine.
Yeah, the turn count ends up being almost exactly the same whether you do kimonos first or last for the gym. So it's better to do the gym first and then you save headbutts on the kimonos and you get better ranges. And Jolteon's not as scary.
Yeah.
Yep. A lot of people don't know you can just skip that trainer. Just do that little path.
Yeah, the movement's really weird in this gym. It's like supposed to be wherever the trainers are looking, but for some reason you can go left in that 3rd row.
Right. I have fallen through the floor before.
Okay, yes, parents may want to cover their children's eyes for this section. These haunters curse from time to time. There's nothing we can do about that. I apologize.
Oh, I get it. I was like, what?
He made the same joke yesterday. You didn't get it then?
No.
Yeah, it was just as bad then.
Can I cover up the shameless cursing of a donation?
Yes, please.
We've got $500 from Me
Yo.
Gots This.
Hey, what's up, Peter?
Hey, Peter.
Thanks,
Saying,
Peter.
hey guys, Me Gots This from PSR. Hey Gunner and Pokeguy, best luck on the race, because you guys got this.
Hey, we love you, Peter. Thank you so much, dude.
When is 2 games, 1 controller, Gold Crystal? We got to get that figured out, man.
Pokeguy is also winning the lottery.
Yo!
Unbelievable.
What?
Wow. That was a speed tie win critical on Haunter.
Oh, wow.
Not the first time I've seen 2 people win the lottery in a game this week so far.
One more donation.
Yes.
Yep.
We've got $20 from Ashley Umbreon, saying, how could I not donate to the game that introduced my namesake? And of course, because I'm a Pokemon trainer at heart, save the animals. We've got $25 from Jarlax, saying Gold was the 2nd Pokemon game I ever played. I love them and I have some fond memories. So excited to see this race.
Okay, so this is the Morty fight. This first Ghastly is a damage range, 74-ish% to die.
Ooh. Oh, that's unfortunate.
That sucks, but it's okay. Have to switch out here. Wow.
Curse will take 1/4 of your health every turn, and it just adds up way too much for this fight. So you have to switch out to get rid of that status condition.
I could get really unlucky here too.
Yeah.
Because he's... Okay, that's not good. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Not going
Well,
to kill, but
one more.
now he'll do it again.
Yeah.
And Nightshade does damage equal to the level of the Pokemon that's using the move. So
Yeah. It's unfortunate none of his Pokemon have less than 21 HP, otherwise it'd be a little faster.
Sandshrew was
This is the-
beefy.
Yeah.
This is a speed tie. Hopefully we flinch. Oh, God.
Again.
Yeah. Well, the Abra will go down to Shadow Ball. So just
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'll
slow.
switch to Abra here. That was a super slow fight, but
Pretty
It's such a
safe at
shame.
least.
Ashley Umbreon wanted us to save the animals, so we got to sacrifice 2 of them. Don't worry, they'll be healed at some point throughout the run. They're not going to stay fainted.
it's actually one benefit over getting Sentret now that we manipulate for Sandshrew is that most of these Pokemon can't hit normal Pokemon, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had the option to do that.
Yeah, Kenya can literally just 1v1 all of them except for Gengar.
Yeah.
It's
It is.
extremely slow, but It's, yeah.
They also grabbed that X speed, so that now he's faster than the Gengar and can flinch it, hopefully. Good. So
Nice.
there's the flinch.
And if you're not faster, he can just chain hypnosis you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Very
Okay, good Gengar at least. The rest of the fight was a little bit bad, but made up for it there.
That was a range to die to water gun. Not worth going for.
Yeah, try to save some super effective tech sometimes by using other moves.
Yeah, super effective text. I forgot to mention that is super slow in this game. It takes almost a full second.
Yeah, so if you can avoid it, you want to try and use other moves to KO stuff rather than, seeing the super effective text at the end.
That was one of the worst Morty fights I've ever had, but full HP still.
Yeah.
So
Save some time healing after the fight at least.
It's still worth getting all of those super effective techs to do early Morty, because the kimono girls are just so much better when you're a higher level.
Yeah.
Also, I think the trainer that we skip in Morty's gym is Sage Rick. I could be wrong, but we never fight him, so.
I don't know.
All right, these kimono girls are a little bit scary. I don't think you one-hit KO any of them,
No.
actually. So
Not without a crit, no.
yeah, you
So-
can flinch though, which is good.
Yeah, lots of flinch chances here, which can be really nice. So we used all of that bite for Morty's gym, which is why I had it in slot 1. But now we're going to switch into headbutt mode. So I'm going to switch headbutt to the first slot, and to save 2 inputs every time I go to use it.
Yep. And already flinched the first one, so that's good.
And had he done the kimono girls first, he would be using up more headbutts
Yeah.
to get the second shot to kill.
Yeah.
Which is good for the next gym coming up, because we want those flinches.
Yep. Looks like Pokeguy is coming up on the Morty fight as well. Hopefully it goes a little bit better than Gunner's fight. He's got one more fight to go.
He got the rank. Oh, he crit the Ghastly. That's good.
Yeah. Oh, sand attack from the Espeon for Gunner.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. Okay. That wasn't that bad.
That's fine.
It's kind of crazy. After one sand attack, you're 66% to hit with a full accuracy move. It's really unfortunate.
Yeah, this game cheats.
Yeah.
Yeah, and every single one of the kimonos have pocket sand.
Yeah.
Only one of them will not use it, though, but that's because they're trying to kill you with Thundershot.
Yeah.
The good news is... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, this Umbreon is so beefy, too. It gets a lot of chances.
Yeah, Umbreon's the only one that you don't two-shot consistently, but it's possible.
That was a pretty good first roll.
Good.
Maybe? Wow,
Look at
almost.
that.
Double sand. Oh, boy.
Come
Luckily, I think it only has tackle for attacking moves, doesn't it?
It has
Feint
pursuit.
attack.
Oh,
that's
pursuit.
true. There we
Okay.
go.
One of those.
The good news, the good part of there is that he didn't waste headbutts because
Yeah.
of sand attack. All of the headbutts hit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, losing headbutt PP is a big deal. You're
Ooh.
limited on it.
Wow.
Poke out the same start to the fight as
Wow,
Gunner
misrange
had.
curse?
Yep.
That's
Misrange
silly.
curse. Yeah, it's pretty unlikely to miss that range in general, and then also getting cursed is very unfortunate.
I'm gonna do this.
Okay, so he's opting to attack the Haunter here first. So you can see cursed how much percentage of your health it takes. It's just a lot.
I think that might be the first time I've ever gotten sand attack from 3 of those guys,
Okay.
but not too bad.
So Pokeguy opting to
Yeah.
probably heal when he switches out.
Wait,
Yeah.
gotta fight that one too.
Yeah.
Just so I didn't have the chance of getting cursed again, like
Yeah.
Hunter did.
That way he only has to switch once rather than twice, but he will lose a turn here, having to heal.
Yeah.
All right, this Jolteon on Gunner screen is also pretty scary.
And it's a speed tie with this Totem.
Yeah.
Lost the first one, which sucks because now...
Ooh, there goes the Paralyzed Cure Berry.
That's so bad, though.
Yeah.
I think that was the last chance where you could have lost the paralyzed.
I made fun of you for pointing that out yesterday,
Oh.
and here we are.
Yeah. Okay, at least he didn't get double paralyzed. That's
Yeah.
the worst thing that can happen there by far.
Technically could have died there if that happened.
Yeah, exactly. If you get fully paralyzed at a bad time.
Can I throw out a
Getting
donation?
unlucky.
Yeah, that's fine.
We've got $20 from Anonymous saying, finally able to donate after years of watching. Keep up the awesome work. Looking forward to Pokemon Race. Hype!
Wow.
Ape. Wow.
Triple hypnosis hit.
Yeah, he's out of Awakenings now, so it's kind of unfortunate. At least he's through the Gengar, so that's by far the scariest part of the fight. So just the last Haunter to go.
I don't believe there's anything else that'll put you to sleep during the run. I think Gengar's the last one.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
There's the Noctowl and the Poliwrath.
Oh, well, I stand corrected.
Yeah, he does have the full heal if that happens, but you don't want to have to use that.
All right, a little scary movement here. Lots of trainers to avoid by one tile.
Yeah. The movement at the end's really rewarding when you hit it. It looks really cool. Yeah, that right there is always really cool to see.
You just slide in here.
Yep.
There's a certain level of finesse that you have to have when moving on the bike in Gold.
Yeah.
It's not comparable to the difficulty of like Gen 3's Mach Bike, but there's still a technique to it.
It's it's laggy and sticky and not intuitive.
It's really easy to sit there and turn in place and look around like you heard somebody say something to you. And you're trying to figure out where they are.
Right, this shop sells a lot of very good items. They got super potions, super repels. It's really good to just stop here and grab everything you need for the rest of the run, except for X items, of course.
And conveniently, is 11 super repels is all you need to get through the rest of the game after buying max repels.
Just press
later.
right once, and then you got 11.
Yeah.
So 11's the right amount.
That's right.
Hey, you had your warning. I said strap in. That was the warning.
So I lost my paralyzed Cure Berry, but I still have 2 Awakenings and a full heal, so should be completely fine. Can't do a kind of a cool strat later in the run, but it's still okay.
Yeah, if you can keep the Paralyzed Cure Berry for a pretty long time, there's some cool stuff you can do with it, but unfortunately won't get to see that, at least from Gunner.
Nice. He got the flinch. So.
Good flinch. He has hypnosis. It's a good flinch too.
Yeah, good flinch on the Espeon there.
Don't hit this guy. He's really hard to remember.
It's interesting. The floors are similar enough. You go up on one of them and you go down on the other. So when you're learning the game, it's easy to get those mixed up.
Yeah. It's kind of a maze-like lighthouse.
So I'm going to use 1 headbutt and 1 surf on these Growlithe. It's the headbutt that I use on the first one is to save super effective text, but I don't actually have enough headbutts to waste one on saving super effective text.
That's a good critical.
For the second one.
Oh, wow. Really good Umbreon for Pokeguy there. It's really just any time you don't see Sand attack, these fights have gone as well as they can.
So you're going to see Gunner has one more trainer that he's going to fight, and that's going to be just enough experience, a little bit more, to get him to 29, excuse me. And on his way out of the lighthouse, he's going to pick up a rare candy, which will get him to 30, which is when Croconaw evolves into Feraligatr. The very next fight that he has, Croconaw just gets wrecked. So it's really good to have Feraligatr for that fight, because Feraligatr's bulkier, faster than the 2 guys that he's going to have to fight back-to-back, and can hit hard enough to 2-shot.
Yeah, and if you remember the Geodude fight that we got extra experience to get Water Gun for, those 2 XP marks are linked. So getting one gets the other, and so it's just overwhelmingly worth it to fight that extra trainer from the beginning, like Goldeen.
So you just have that sliver above 29, so the numbers work out almost perfectly.
Yeah. Back in like the older days of Gold, sometimes you just
really
expect hitting a spinner, so you get the experience through the spinner.
Not a great pass.
Oh, wow.
Yep. That was Ernest.
Really bad.
They'll have to pass him twice throughout the course of the run.
Oh, I shouldn't have switched to
Oh, that's a problem. I think it still has quick attack, right?
I hope so.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Yeah, I have no more healing items, so I needed to switch. Please kill me. Okay.
Okay, it has tackle, not quick attack.
That's a common sentiment when running this game.
Oh, headbutt will actually kill now. Okay, really?
Sandshrews too beefy, man. He's too beefy.
Wow, that critical scratch. Oh my god.
Wow.
Come on, Jolteon.
Okay, not a bunch of Owen Wilson impressions. That's frowned upon.
Oh my goodness. Just use tackle, please.
Thank you.
Sandshrew tried his best.
Everybody type F in the chat for Sandshrew. Both of their Sandshrews had to be meat.
Oh,
it's really
my.
unfortunate.
Okay, it's over.
Wow.
That was a horrible Jolteon fight.
Can I throw in a donation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got $20 from Pikachu15 saying Pika, Pika, Pikachu, Pika, Pikachu, Pika, Pika, Pika.
I think we all can relate to that.
That really resounded with me. It was really deep. We've got $25 from Audrey Ozura saying Pokemon was the series that got me into video games during my childhood and then into speedrunning. Even if money is tight, I had to donate to this great cause and during this great run. Good luck to both runners. You got this. Greetings from Japan.
So this is the 7th spinner that you have to pass.
Okay.
And you need strength for this next gym as your headbutt PP is starting to wind down. And strength is going to be useful for the remainder of the run, actually.
Yeah.
And so it's good to just, kind of a 2 birds, 1 stone kind of thing. You got to pause before her anyway. Teach strength while you're paused in front of her.
Yep. You pause before spinners because it lets you get a feel for where they're looking, and generally you can dodge them a lot easier by doing that.
Yeah, it basically gives you perfect reaction time because you freeze them for as long as you freeze yourself. So you get time to think about, do I want to take this pass based on how long it's been since they've spun and what the direction that they're currently facing is.
Yeah.
Unless you're a mad lad and you just blitz past them.
So this would be an amazing flinch. This guy does a ton of damage.
This is the fight. Nice. This is the fight I was mentioning earlier. You have to fight a Hitmonlee and then a Hitmonchan back to back with no moment to pause and heal.
Yeah.
And Croconaw just gets bodied.
Yeah.
It's awful.
The thing with Croconaw, it's slower, so you don't even have a chance to flinch. You have way less defense, less hit points. It's just bad news.
There were very rare circumstances where you could go into that first fight with Croconaw because you could still two-shot him and get enough experience to evolve into Feraligatr, but that would mean that you had hit so many spinners that the run was awful at that point anyway.
Exactly.
Stop. Okay, that he has Ice Punch, Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, all can status, so.
Yeah.
Counter Punch is slow, but better than getting status.
That's, I think, the last place you can get paralyzed until, of course, the Magnemite.
Probably.
I think there's one other, but I'm not going to say what it is because
Nice.
I don't want to.
I wonder if that could have killed me. I actually don't know.
Crit Peck can kill, but he would also have to use it, so.
Don't think Marrow.
I actually had that exact health in a practice run and did the same thing, so. That's pretty funny, actually.
I think we got time for some donations.
Yeah, till the Chuck fight.
Okay.
Excellent. We've got $20 from Alex164 saying, looking forward to the Pokemon Gold run. Pokemon has always been one of my favorite franchises, so I love seeing these races pop up in GDQ. It's been over a decade since I touched my Gold version. Probably don't even know where it is at this point, but I remember having a lot of fun playing this when it first came out. Good luck to the runners, and may the RNG be with you. We've got $10 from Caro saying, the heck do you mean they both got Master Balls in the lottery? Also, shout out to Gunner. Not even an hour in and he's got 4 badges. Pog.
It's worth noting there that normally it would be faster if you're going to cut or use strength to just talk to the tree or the boulder that you're going to push. But because Gunner needed to heal there, it was worth it to just go ahead and tell Feraligatr to use strength in the menu instead of talking to the rock.
I saved some text boxes.
So I think we would all like to talk to the rock at one point or another. He's such a good actor.
How'd we let this happen?
I don't know. That's why Stringflow here was on the mic for the first little bit to give y'all a little bit of reprieve from me.
Yeah.
So.
The swath buffer, as we call it.
No. Oh. That's not good. That was definitely the worst thing that could happen there.
Yeah. So Chuck's coming up here. And the spinner for Pokeguy. That's pretty rough. I think that's the first spinner we've seen.
Yeah, that's the first one so far.
Yeah.
The Poliwhirl can't kill you.
It's just the Poliwhirl.
It has double slap, but it would have to...
Yeah,
I don't think it can kill you.
So here's the Chuck fight. It's a little scary because he has Dynamic Punch, which if it hits will confuse you. But it's not that likely that you get hit by it, so hopefully we don't see it.
And if I'm not mistaken, he's 1 in 3 to use it.
Yeah, exactly.
He has 4 moves, but he'll never use Surf because it's not very effective.
Yeah. It's basically 1 in 6 times you get trolled by this fight, so hopefully it doesn't happen. Yeah, fine on the Poliwhirl, at least for Pokeguy. Didn't matter.
The Primeape's range, it's a very favorable one, but the crit is still nice.
Yeah. Alright, so here's the Poliwrath. Hopefully just see Mind Reader.
Not good. Don't do
Mind Reader.
Good.
Okay, it missed. It's only 50% accurate, so it's not likely that it hits. Or, well, it's a coin flip, so.
Also a range to 2-shot, so.
Yeah.
That fight can be a huge troll, but most of the time it's fine like that.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they call it the Storm Badge with fighting Pokemon.
Yeah, it's a bit strange.
I mean, Poliwrath's a water type, so water storm. I don't know. I can't reconcile it. Again, don't question Pokemon logic. You just enjoy the game. I will break that rule again before the end of the run.
A cool mechanic we should probably mention about Gen 2 and why normal type moves are as powerful as they are. Whenever you get a badge from one of the gym leaders, that type of move gets a 10% buff to the power. So because they've defeated Whitney, all normal type moves are just 10% stronger. So it's really nice.
And the fact that there's only, Ghost, Rock, and Steel are the only ones that don't just get hit for neutral damage by normal.
Yeah.
And those are few and far between, and the few rocks that you do have to deal with, and Steels, you do just surf.
Yep,
Surf
exactly.
gets the job done. And later on in the run, they'll be picking up an item called the Pink Bow, which further increases the amount of damage that a normal type move will do. But is that another 10%? Is what Pink Bow does?
I thought it was 20, but it might be 10, yeah.
Well, I know it's 10 in the later generations. It might be 20 in this one. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it just really buffs the normal type moves. And you get a lot of, these little buffs to them. That's unfortunate for Pokeguy. Kaylee's looking up.
It would be nuts if one of them found a shiny in this run, wouldn't it?
About as likely as getting the Master Ball from the lottery.
I know. What if the both of them happened in one run? That would be crazy.
Okay, Gunner took the pass there. Luckily, Pokeguy got past Kaylee as well. The spinners are kind of the biggest time loss versus time gain in Gen 2 because they just lose so much time when you hit them.
There's literally only one that's useful, and that was the Onyx guy that we mentioned before. His name's Daniel. And even if you hit him after hitting Ralph, the experience is very, very helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is pretty much where all the route changes and the lottery ID is where we shop. Yeah, oh my goodness. It's where it all kind of comes together. We catch this Gyarados with the Master Ball and use him for Whirlpool and Waterfall. And that allows us to skip tons of stuff. Wow.
You don't have to catch Poliwag. You don't have to do Goldenrod Mart to get the Pokédoll. Originally, we would use the Pokédoll in this run to evade the Gyarados because running from it doesn't allow you to get the red scale.
Yep.
And you need the red scale to progress the story.
Yeah, it's nice it all came together to skip that first Goldenrod Mart visit because it's really slow going there.
Now, granted, it would be faster to just chuck a ball at it. It's just, from full health, it's so unlikely for it to get to the ball. It's worth the investment of getting the Master Ball because you're able to do the double deposit there and...
Yeah, exactly.
Very much worth the consistency.
Yeah, luckily Pokeguy got through the 2 harder fights at the beginning. No status is always good.
Mm-hmm.
Lance casually hyper beaming a person.
I know.
I know.
I feel bad for that guy.
No remorse. This guy's like, dude, I'm so sorry.
So this is probably a good time for people that are donating to ask questions in your donation messages for the runners or any of the people on the couch. Because it's sad. This is like a a boring sandwich with excitement bread. All the really excitement stuff is at the beginning at the end, and then you have this rocket segment that's just like, because Feraligatr just goes through them like a hot knife through butter.
Yeah, you can see we're like double their level. We have a Feraligatr. It's just unfortunate that this rocket section and then another one coming up are just so much slower than the rest of the game.
Yeah, like I'm using Surf here because it's a couple letters shorter than Headbutt to save 3 frames each time. Like, I mean, that's... There are key moments during this section that are important and can impact the run a lot, but for the most part, we're one-shotting everything.
Yeah.
It's also worth noting that he could have gone back and delivered the medicine to Ampharos and then fought Jasmine, but at this level, the Magnemites are, I think it's like a 95% range, and the Steelix is a 67%, and it's not even that much faster to do her first, so it's worth it to just do this segment first, and then go fight her later when they're guaranteed to one-shot each of them.
Yeah, you still get a little bit of experience from each of these KOs. It'll add up to be a level or two, and then it's just guaranteed ranges on Jasmine.
Well, you would go in at 32, but I think you're like 35 or 36 after price.
Yep.
So hopefully the price is right, and I'm sorry.
Time for some donations then?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. You've got $100 from That One Dude 53 saying, had to donate during Gold, one of my favorite games of all time. Second time donating. Keep up the good work, guys. I've got $10 from Randy172 saying, I got a Game Boy Color and Pokemon Gold for Christmas as a kid, and it was the first video game I ever owned. So cool to see it speedrun when I put so much time into it during my childhood. We've got $50 from Thalius Bob saying, first GDQ I've watched and loving it. Can't wait for Pokemon Gold. We've got $5 from Fat and 3 saying, hi, sorry for my bad English. It's just fine.
All right, so Pokeguy's coming up on the Poliwrath here. Hopefully we do not see the punch.
Like, Mind Reader is the best thing that he can do if you get the range.
Yeah. It's funny the Poliwrath has Mind Reader Dynamic Punch. It's just such a silly combo.
Okay, good.
That's a perfect
Hypnosis
fight.
Mist is the second best thing.
It's also good because Pokeguy was out of Awakenings, so he would have had to use one of his full heals for that had it hit. So, really good fight. That was pretty much perfect, except for the missed range.
It's worth noting that status moves, when used by the opponent in this gen and Gen 1, have a 25% chance to fail.
Yeah.
Even if they're 100% accurate.
Right.
Yeah. That's on top of their normal accuracy, too. So.
Yeah, and then so Hypnosis has, normally a 55-60% chance to hit.
Yeah, I think it's 60.
And then it goes down to 45, so that math works out.
Yep.
45% to hit Hypnosis, so.
Which is really hard for the audience to believe, given all of the freaking supersonics that have hit both of your runs. But.
Well, Supersonic is not affected by that.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I learned something today.
So.
Confusion's not like a status for some reason. I guess maybe because it doesn't carry over between battle or something.
So Lance just gave me a free heal there. He healed all Pokemon power and HP to full.
Yep.
So now every move that I use on each Pokemon is really important because I'm going to keep this set of Pokemon power minus 1 Ether that I'll use on Surf all the way to the Elite Four, basically. So each move that I use is very important because if I use the wrong moves or if I miss a couple of damage ranges, then I can run out and be forced to take an extra Pokemon Center or something like that.
Yeah.
Some donations?
Yep.
Sure.
We've got $10 from Athena1 saying, prepare for trouble and make it double to protect the world from Magikarp devastation, to unite all donations within our nation, to denounce the evils of bad RNG and cancer, to extend our reach to the research above. Gunnermaniac, Pokeguy84, Team AGDQ blasts off at the speed of light. Donate now or prepare to reset. Hashtag thanks to all.
Good spinner dodge there by Pokeguy. Always good to see.
We've got $20 from Shy Ranger saying, question for runners. What do you like most about speedrunning this Pokemon game compared to others?
That's an interesting question. So for me, in this game, it's definitely the music. It makes for a very chill experience, and a lot of the gym leader / Elite Four members' musics are really like hype and exciting and stuff. So when you're on good pace, you get kind of into it and stuff. So yeah, for me, it's definitely the music.
For me, I would also say the music is a big part. Also, I just like, it's not like too difficult except for the beginning. So like once you get past the beginning, I don't know, you just don't really have to pay attention that much, I guess. It makes it pretty easy to run.
At least for pretty much this entire
Yeah,
section.
the rocket segment.
If you have it memorized, then you can kind of tune out and talk to chat, and then you come back in when it's all over, focus up again. I don't know, it's just a nice experience.
Yep.
Here's $20 from BitDragon62 saying, question for the couch/runners. Why run Pokemon Gold versus Pokemon Silver? Is there a difference in speed? Great running, keep it up.
That's another good question.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got it. So in almost all Pokemon games, the brother-sister games are considered the same category. So red, blue is one category, yellow is a separate category. Gold, silver is one category, crystal is a different category. The reason that we run gold is because of the Sandshrew that's in Union Cave that we use to teach him cut and use cut for the rest of the run. That encounter slot is filled with a Rattata in Pokemon Silver, so there's not a very good place to manipulate and get a cutter, and that's the major reason that we use gold instead.
Now, as funny as it is, it would technically be faster to run silver because you get the silver wing instead of the rainbow wing, and you would save 3 frames. So technically it is faster to run silver, but there's no good way to get a cut Pokemon.
Yeah, Rattata learns cut in Gen 3 going forward. So if Rat learned cut in Gen 2, then it would be even, if not advantage silver.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got $10 from Kamari saying, Feraligatr is my favorite Pokemon. Good luck to the runners. If this is red, I'll draw one. I can't wait to see that. We've got $20 from Stegolibrium 184. Sorry if I butchered that. Had to donate during the Pokemon run. Question for the runners and couch. What's your favorite starter? Mine is Bulbasaur. He's a good cabbage that tries hard. Less than 3. Best of luck in the race.
The question was, what is my favorite starter?
That's right.
Chikorita, for sure. Chikorita, Cyndaquil, Bulbasaur in that order.
I'd have to say mine is Tepig. I don't know why.
You can name it Bacon. That's great.
Chikorita doubles as like completely adorable and hard mode in this game, so.
You want to say your favorite starter?
I was going to say Charmander. I'm a staunch Charmander main.
Yeah.
How about you?
Mine's actually Totodile, which is one of the reasons I really like this game. Because you get to use him for the whole game.
Nice 3 hours with your favorite Pokemon.
I know, it's great. And then, like, the Alakazam line is my favorite Pokemon in general, which is why, you know, you get to hear the best song in the game. You get to pick up arguably the best Pokemon in this generation.
Yeah.
Just so good. That's why Crystal's worse. No, Crystal's actually a better speed game, like, objectively speaking, but...
Whoa.
Bringing out the big guns.
Whoa there.
Objectively.
Hot take.
Well, for those that don't know, you're able to swap to... it's either Raikou or Entei. I forget which one's the better one. Because you have to go and unlock them anyway, it's worth it to be able to swap to them. It's not worth it to do that in Gold because you have to take on additional trainers. There's, Fire Breather Dick. You have to pick up Rock Smash. You have to fight another rival fight.
The hardest fight in the game.
The rival
by
fight
far.
is so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad.
If you had to do it.
But yeah, in Gold, you actually just don't have to do it. In Crystal, it's forced. So in this game, we just skip all of that entirely, and we can't unlock the legendary dogs. But since then, you have to anyway in Crystal, it becomes faster. And it's actually a really, really cool run. I definitely recommend checking that out.
Which is the prevailing dog for the fight now?
Raikou.
It's Raikou
It's
now?
Raikou, yeah.
Okay.
Here's another one. We've got $15 from Trolls saying, been enjoying AGDQ the whole week and can't wait for 2 more days of speedruns this weekend. I also grew up with and love the Pokemon games. The question is, what is the all-time favorite Pokemon ever of the Couch and Runners?
My favorite Pokemon is Articuno.
Mine is Snorlax.
Which we can see right here.
Yes.
Mine's Latios.
Alakazam for me. What's your favorite Pokemon? Stringclose is Heracross.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Heracross is probably the coolest bug Pokemon.
Yeah.
Mine is Masquerain.
That's a good choice, too.
We've got,
There's not a wrong choice, really.
we've got $150 from Tide07 saying, today is my birthday. Glad to have some high-quality entertainment to watch today and for a good cause. Let's kick cancer's butt.
Happy birthday.
Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Tide07.
Happy birthday.
Is it $1 for each year you've lived? Because that would be really impressive.
All right, now there is something extremely interesting coming up on Gunner's feed here. There is a chance that this Arbok lives. What is it? 29 out of 30?
29 and 39 to die.
So there's a 1 in 30 chance we get some excitement here. So
Yeah,
here we go.
Before there were no damage ranges, but now that we've gotten to this fight, the damage ranges are Bach.
This is actually reasonably relevant, right? Because I only have 1 full heal, no paralyzed cure berry. So if I miss this range and get glare and it hits,
oh yeah, that's
then
true.
that would be really bad.
He's just going to hit the range. This will be all right.
There's about a 1 in 100 chance that this could be very bad. I just wanted to hype it up in case it happened.
See, easy peasy.
Man,
This Gloom is also a range, but it will only use Absorb if I miss it. So
it's I think 1 in 30 as well. So
Back when Crystal ran Totodile through this section, you would have Ice Punch, and the Gloom would always go down to Ice Punch.
Yeah.
But that's super effective text, and that's gross.
yeah, if we had Ice Punch,
We would use it there,
we
yeah?
would use it.
yeah, you have to go to again Celadon. Oh my goodness, Goldenrod Mart to buy Ice Punch, and they haven't gone yet. So
They will be getting that later on, though.
yeah, eventually they'll get it, but just haven't had the chance yet.
It's also probably worth noting you see them going out of the way to fight a couple of trainers. They have to talk to them after they fight them to get the passwords to get through the door.
Yeah.
So while they're technically optional, they're actually not.
Mm-hmm. And it's unfortunate that you can't just go to the door knowing the password. You don't know what they are.
You know, I think anybody that runs this game at least somewhat consistently knows what the passwords are.
Yeah.
It's interesting because the one that tells you the password is Raticate Tail, I'm pretty sure is Goofy. Because if you pay attention to what he says, "Heel, heel, heel," and you get to see him again. You actually get to talk to him again later on. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But he has Eradicate, and he tells you Raticate Tail. But the woman that gives you the other password does not have a Slowpoke, and it's Slowpoke Tail.
So all of these electrodes are wild encounters, which means they have random stats. So they are technically damage ranges in kind of a different way than it usually is, because trainers' Pokemon have set stats. But these guys could have like crazy special defense, for example, and Surf might not kill.
Yeah. These are also the last chance for Gunner to see another shiny this run.
Snorlax.
Oh, I guess, yeah, Snorlax, you're right.
Has anyone seen the shiny Snorlax?
I have not. I have seen a shiny Electrode, though.
Where am I going? That was during like a trifecta race, right?
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Got time for some more questions?
Yep.
We've got $5 from Keith the Geek saying, question for the runners. What would be a good starter game for those interested in Pokemon speedruns?
This one.
Yep.
If you have the time to do a 3.5-hour run, this is the most simple Pokemon game to pick up. Really intuitive as far as the route and stuff. If you don't have quite so much time to put into a Pokemon speedrun, then Yellow is also a really good option. There's lots of resources and information about those categories out there. There's a Pokemon speedrunning Discord you can get into if you're interested in it. People are really helpful and come by your stream and tell you, hints and helps and all kinds of fun stuff. So definitely recommend one of those two.
We're very welcoming. Go ahead.
Let's give our admins on the PSR Discord some work. Join the PSR Discord.
Yeah.
It's a really, really good group of people.
We're very welcoming, so always love to see new runners.
Dude, they accepted me, so anybody.
So
really good group of people.
All those spinners in the game that I've been pausing for and trying to react to and stuff doesn't apply here. We just go, woo!
No.
Good luck. Douglas.
Oh man.
Come on.
This is the worst spinner in the game, bar none.
Yeah, and you just have to risk him because you can't see him. He's off screen. So.
Yep.
There's no way to react. You just blitz and hope he doesn't look at you.
You press up, you hold right, you hope.
Yeah.
I think Stringflow ran, 100,000? How many? Yeah, 100,000 simulations of going around this stupid circle, and it comes out to be like 49%.
Wow.
So it's like a coin flip to hit him or not, and then you just lose a minute or more because this thing has Protect, it has Supersonic.
Yeah, the Cloister's a huge troll.
It has Aurora Beam, I guess.
I've seen a run where he got off a triple Protect.
Yeah.
It can waste so much time. Like, even a good Douglas fight is 45 seconds.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
His XP is like super slightly useful, but not nearly as much time as it
Definitely not worth the 45 second attempt.
Oh, yeah.
No.
That is pretty much if you're doing a world record attempt and you don't save and reset when you hit him, then it's pretty much instantly run over.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that there's basically a coin flip this long into the run.
Yeah, hour and a half into the run or so, you just coin flip. Sorry, try again.
Yep.
But don't let that discourage you. It's still very, very beginner friendly. There's not that many fights that can kill you, so.
Yep, there's like this is one of the highest chances to complete a run without dying in any Pokemon game.
Yeah.
Red is less than 1% for reference.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really hard damage range to hit, especially with the worst attack.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
It's really hard to seal the deal in one shot there.
Yeah.
Can I throw in a donation?
Yeah.
We've got $15 from Gunnermaniac II, saying, "Hey Gunner, Grey Wolf here. Go on and get the win. Much love to you. Less than 3. Money goes to Shenanigans Choice."
Oh, okay.
You have a son?
Wait, what was that?
You have a son?
It's like really hard to hear. The donations, it's through this headset. I don't know if we can turn that up, but
I can yell if you want me to.
maybe.
Here's another question. We've got $15 from Creation Lord, saying, "Question for runners in couch. Who is your favorite gym leader across all gens? Also, let's see some Tess play. I mean, break Super Scribble Knots." So who's your favorite gym leader across all gens?
Favorite gym leader would be Erica, I would say, and then maybe Jasmine after that.
I don't really have a favorite. I don't like any of them.
Mine's Jasmine.
Sabrina.
Okay, good choice.
Well, she has my favorite Pokemon.
How about you? Okay, also Erica.
My SP is red.
We've got $5 from Rick Ghastly. Get ready for this one. We're no strangers to love this. You know the tentacruels, and so do I.
Plug that in.
A full Colitten is what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any
Right
other Gyarados.
I don't know. First place. Wow.
Let's Beat Cancer donation goes towards
that's
host
fine.
incentive.
Yeah. Thanks.
We've got $25 from Blaze Blitz. I had to donate during the Pokemon Speedrun. Love seeing my childhood game getting crushed. What's your favorite legendary beast?
Favorite, I would say Suicune for me. No, sorry, Jasmine. I said no.
Yeah, Suicune as well.
Was it just the 3 legendary dogs?
Yeah, legendary beast.
Beast.
Yeah.
Is it wrong to... Oh, yeah, I guess they technically aren't dogs. They're more like cats. But I guess I'll go Suicune, too.
We've got $25 from Bass Guitar Bill with a very, very topical question.
Ooh.
What's your favorite Digimon?
I'm sorry, I can't actually name one.
What's
I also
Digimon?
cannot answer one.
Is that a type of breakfast cereal?
Yeah, I've never heard of that before.
In which case, Reese's Puffs.
I think that's a kind of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, okay.
We've got...
also...
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No.
Okay. We've got $20 from Amanda107 saying, "Thanks for the great Pokemon Gold race. Question for the runners, how did you get started in Pokemon speedrunning?"
I saw other people doing it really well, and I was like, I could totally beat that. And, 8 months later, I was like, wow, this is really hard. But eventually I got good and put a bunch of time into it. And I don't know, it's just really enjoyable game to stream. I think it works well with like talking to chat and stuff. So yeah.
I actually used to be a shiny hunter. And then I saw Worster's video of him finding a shiny Ralt and Emerald in like my recommended videos or whatever. And then I just kept watching his videos and just got into it like that, pretty much.
I'm the same. That's. Oh wait, no, it's just y'all. Just kidding.
You found instant text, and it's just been.
Yeah, that was me.
We've got $50 from Yuguai saying, "What's your favorite Pokemon fight?"
Ooh.
Fight like from the show?
Well,
Probably
any
in the
sort of
game.
encounter, I would say.
I'm not sure. You got this one, Pokeguy?
No.
I don't know.
Oh, I've got y'all.
Okay.
It's the Lance fight because of the music.
Okay.
The red fight has the same music, but the red fight is so much more stressful.
Yeah.
Also, Lance is a cheater. You'll see why when you get to it. He also uses his Pokemon to harm people. I think the Pokemon League should reevaluate having him as a member.
Yeah, I have a whole theory on that.
Ooh.
Once we enter the next Rocket segment, we can get into that a little bit.
Get some conspiracy theories.
I'm gonna save for Douglas.
Yeah.
No. Oh.
Oh, save it for Douglas. Smart.
It's faster on average to save.
Don't
and
want to become
reset
more
if you hit him.
behind.
Yeah. Gunner's also grabbing return. It's a ridiculously powerful move. Okay, good. Okay, first try Douglas. That's good.
Nice.
Nice.
So I'll catch up about a minute there, which is really good.
Coming back.
Yep.
Can I throw in some more donations?
Yes.
Yeah.
We've got $50 from Gonzo5 saying, "Had to donate during the gold race. This game is the epitome of my childhood. Shout out to my dad for kicking prostate cancer in the butt and being cancer-free for a whole year. He's my hero. Here's to all the times I had to explain to him why I couldn't just shut
Wow. Oh,
my
it's a
Game
crit.
Boy off as a kid.
That works too.
Love you, Dad, and love everything HEDQ does." We've got $25 from Mimikyu118 saying, "Pika, Pika, Pikachu, Mimikyu."
Thank you.
You were so brave for saying that.
It's for a good cause. We've got $50 from Sadme saying, "Question for the Pokemon speedrunners, Gunnermaniac and Pokeguy84. Is there any reason not to run the 3DS Virtual Console releases of Gold?"
The RNG manipulations that are at the beginning of the run almost certainly don't work on Virtual Console. You could make ones that worked for it, and we do accept runs on the leaderboards for it, but it would be a lot harder to keep up without that.
Yeah, you'd have to find your own minips, which is a process, to say the least.
We've got $100 from Jim127 saying, "Truly in awe of the dedication of the runners and everyone else involved in GDQ. Props, guys. Question for the runners. How many hours do you estimate you've put into getting as good as you are at this game?"
Oh, God.
I do not have a number for that.
I'm going to say maybe 4,000 across not just this game, but all Pokemon speedruns, something like that.
I have absolutely no idea.
We've got $10 from Lionheart312 saying, "Question for Runner and Couch. Since we already asked what everyone's favorite starter is, let's switch it up and ask what everyone's least favorite starter is. Great run for a great cause. Good luck, guys."
Chespin.
Chikorita.
I like it.
This guy.
I gotta agree with Pokeguy and say Chikorita.
Oh my-
It's cute.
What is
Hold on.
this?
Chikorita is very cute. That is all it's got going for it. All. There are so many other grass types that can fulfill any role that it could do way better.
I'm a staunch Bulbasaur hater. Oh,
Bulbasaur's a really close second, but Bulbasaur can't be poisoned.
me and Bulbasaur have had some bad times together.
Oh yeah, well, you've had to deal with him much more, so fair enough.
He started it though.
Yeah, of course. You don't seem like the kind of guy that would start any type of confrontation. You're just so pleasant.
Oh, thank you.
And that sounded sarcastic, but I meant that genuinely.
Aw.
Thanks.
Thanks, man.
No, not you, Gunner. I was talking to
I know.
I like the I know.
We've got $5 from Anonymous saying, dude took that hyper beam like a champ.
Yeah.
Go Pokemon, beat cancer. We've got $10 from Jay Burritos saying, first time donator, had to for Pokemon GSC. To the runners and couch, what is your favorite moment in a Pokemon game? My first moment is crossing New Bark Town and taking those first steps into Kanto.
But that was my answer.
Yeah.
Yoink.
That was my answer. I love that. Like, oh my, there's a whole nother, I don't know, just a whole nother region to go to now. That's crazy.
Just to finish the donation, my father introduced me to Pokemon with Yellow and unfortunately passed away from cancer last year. So this stream means a lot to me. Good luck to both runners.
My favorite moment is going into the game corner and listening to the Lucky Channel song. So good.
We've got a spicy meatball from A Ghost for $10 saying Digimon for life.
Yeah, Reese's Puffs, they're great. I concur.
Someone might need to correct us on that if we're wrong.
I'm not that worried about it.
Yeah.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is a very close second. But you've got to eat that before it gets soggy. I apologize.
That's okay, it's okay. We've got $25 from One of the Flock saying shout outs to Shen on the couch. Or should I say, Shenana Hammock. Shenana Hammock. Thanks for the countless hours of entertainment. Oh, and thanks Gunner and Pokeguy too. Donation to Shen's Choice. We've got $25 from Anonymous saying we're a family of Pokemon lovers. Been looking forward to this run all week. Pikachu! I got to
Oh, it's really interesting the menu that Gunner's doing here. He intentionally bonked on the wall to have enough time pass by for this rotator to rotate just as he's going by him so that he doesn't hit him. If he did not bonk and did the exact same movement otherwise, this rotator would hit him.
You'll see how close it is.
It's so close.
That was actually not the best one, but sometimes it looks crazy close. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pokeguy's also doing his big mart visit. That's kind of a staple in Pokemon speedrunning. At one point, you just go to the mart, buy everything you need for the rest of the game. So he got a bunch of X items, Ice Punch, Return. It's always cool just kind of stocking up like that.
That's a tough one to one-shot that Porygon. He does have Tri-Attack, which can status you, but usually he likes the conversion.
Yeah.
And of course, he did Conversion Dragon to drag on the fight. Shame on him. Hey, you were warned. I apologize for nothing. Do if you must.
Why couldn't you have picked any other type? Do you have a joke for every type that you could have converted into?
Sometimes they just come to me, and that was conveniently like drag, dragon, easy. Dragon Ball Z. No.
I've got another question here, if there's time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We've got $25 from Mad Riddler saying, thanks for everything you guys do. Question for all. Who is your least favorite rival and why is it how?
To be fair, the Let's Go rival is more annoying than how, I would say. And he doesn't understand the concept of personal boundaries. He literally picks something out of your hair.
My favorite rival is the one in this game. I like to, have a little bad blood between me and the guy that I'm trying to compete against. It makes it interesting. The whole everybody be friends rivals are less interesting to me.
I find it easier to dislike the everybody be friend rivals, though.
So it's like full circle.
Yeah.
I really like A's character development in this gen.
Mm-hmm.
You can't one-hit that Weezing, so you bite it first to try to get the flinch. And also, because I hit Douglas before, I'm going to get 40 for these last two coughings, which means that they are not damage ranges.
Also, an interesting side note. It's I don't think we mentioned this at all. If we have, I'm mentioning it again. You know, the one character nicknames to save the frames, and A is the quickest character to do that. If I remember correctly, though, Gunner names his Totodile B because he cares, and it's not A.
Because it's not A.
Yes.
Does it lose any time to name it B?
If you're perfect and buffer it, then you can do it without losing time.
Yeah, I was
but-
gonna say.
The default character for Let's Go is 1, so both you and your rival are named 1 because it takes 1 to know 1.
Oh my god. We should have a donation.
Don't applaud
to get it off the
for
couch.
that one. That was one of the worst ones.
I liked it.
Oh, okay, then you can applaud then. I have Gunner's blessing.
I can't believe you've done this. We've got $5 from Ariadne saying, "Hi, since you asked for runner questions, I have one for you. What do you like on your pizzas?" Donation goes to runners.
Ooh, this is going to be good.
It's going to be rough.
If
How-
you were
I wonder
rooting
how
for
the-
people, this might change now.
I wonder how divided our group is on this.
Now, full disclaimer, I like many kinds of pizzas that have many combinations of toppings, but my favorite among all of them is pineapple.
Yes.
Doesn't have to be pineapple, but if
Like-
I had to choose one,
Like a Hawaiian style, like ham and bacon and pineapple.
right?
I can totally get behind.
Maybe without the bacon, but
Oh, well, now we have a problem.
I like bacon. Just
That's fair.
I'd say my favorite is pepperoni and jalapenos.
That's a good one.
And Gunner hates jalapenos.
a lot. So if I still had my paralyzed cure berry, I'd set up on the Magnemite, and it would use Thunder Wave and then take the paralyzed cure berry, which I'd have to take off anyway. It's a really, really cool strat, but can't do that here, so I have to risk a ton of damage or getting poisoned on the Meganium instead.
I don't know what the odds are, but it's pretty unlikely to save your paralyzed heal the whole run, up to this point at least.
That's really good.
Yeah, that's the best thing the Meganium can do.
It's
Not hit you.
It's the best feeling, though, to be able to do that. And way back when you still got the Bitterberry to do the same thing on the Golbat, and he used his Confuse Ray to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Because, as I mentioned before, they're going to be getting the Pink Bow, which will increase the amount of damage their normal type attacks are doing. And if they're holding another item, it takes longer to hand them the Pink Berry, because it says, oh, they're already holding an item, do you want to take it? Whereas if they're not holding an item, it just says, there you go. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but it's along those lines.
It's really cool, the held item mechanic in this gen. Even though the held items themselves are a lot less, like, there's not as many of them to choose from, there's still some really good choices that you can make. So the Pink Bow is a fantastic held item to get.
And the fact that the Pokemon are able to use the berries to heal off a status, that is very, very valuable.
Quick donation.
Oh, that was really good.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
We've got $50 from Cool Trainer Joyce saying, "Hey Gunner and Pokeguy, nice job avoiding spinners so far. See you boys in an hour."
Joyce is one of the last spinners in the game.
Yeah.
She's, the last one in Kanto and...
Second to last
Second
spinner in the
to
game, yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Excuse me, last one in Johto, and then there's one in
that was
Kanto.
really good.
Technically, she's in Kanto, but
Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah.
We've
Because
got
if you check your map... Sorry, no, go ahead.
Oh, okay. We've got $25 from Captain Jet saying, "Enjoying the gold run. Glad they didn't have the PC glitch I had in my cartridge where I couldn't store Pokemon, or otherwise they get deleted. Hashtag hard mode."
Oh, conversion just failed. I just noticed that.
Yeah, so the one exciting part about the section that they're in right now is there are a handful of Pokemon that are ranges. That Porygon that you saw, they both had the two-shot. That Porygon is probably the toughest range to get in this section. There's a couple of Mucks. The Gloom and the Arbok, are they still ranges even with this stat?
You have Ace Punch for the Gloom now.
I've seen the Ice Punch be a range on it. I'm not familiar
Really?
with what.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how bad your special has to be for it to be a range, but
So I made a mistake when we were messing with the volume before where I used 2 strengths on the Pilot Wine instead of a Surf. And so I'm trying to figure out exactly what moves I'm supposed to use on which Pokemon to like fix everything that I did. I think because I hit Douglas, it's actually going to turn out okay because I can Ice Punch something I'd normally Strength But like I said, like we've had this same set of Pokemon powers since Lance gave us the free heal like forever ago.
It's very limited here. You have to be very cautious with your surfs.
Yeah, it's super tight.
It is really cool how you can stretch it out from, it's what, over 50 minutes an hour or whatever?
Yeah.
From a heal to the next heal with minimal increase in PP. You use what? You use one ether and you
One
do
ether.
Ice Punch, and that's it.
That muck's a tough range. And yeah, I mean, he could poison you. And then, yeah, like going into your menu in this game is super slow. Encounters are super slow. Everything is really slow. So missing a range like that can actually be super punishing.
If I'm not mistaken, the first muck was a range as well.
I believe it is a 98%.
But it's a
range.
favorable one, yeah.
98%.
So it's really easy to run amok here in the underground.
Oh yeah, how many people? How many people ran around like trying to figure out the order of these stupid switches? It's literally just 3, 2, 1. Like, thanks Nintendo for making me feel smart.
Hey, at least it's not trash cans from Gens 1, 3, and 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true.
Also, Nintendo, thank you for not making trash cans so bad in Let's Go.
That was the best pause I've ever done. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Your first one was really good too.
Can I throw in a donation?
Oh, yeah.
We've got $200 from Plagius Darth. That reminds me of an old Sith legend. Chikorita rules. Thanks Gunnermaniac and Pokeguy 84 for racing my absolute favorite generation. This donation goes to Taskbot. We've got $10 from TaskBlue saying, asking, which has been the best moment in speedrunning you guys have experienced? Go Gunner and also Pokeguy. Oh, and save the animals.
Best moment in speedrunning, huh? Up there for sure is the first time that I broke the yellow record, because I worked really hard for like a bunch of months on getting better at the game and like, you know, getting a time that you're really happy with for the first time. I don't know. It's like a moment.
I would actually also say the first time I broke the yellow record, because it had lasted about a year before I got it, and then about 4 hours before I got it, Kizaron beat it.
I remember that.
And then I just beat it 3 hours later. Yeah. So that was pretty fun.
That was a good day.
Yes.
I thought for sure Gunner would say his No Major Glitches record in red would be his favorite.
We've got $10 from Cass, saying this run started at 5:30 in Australia, but my buddy and I are here with coffee, not missing a second. Question for the team, who is your favorite evolution? Donation goes to whoever picks Umbreon. Only one of you are allowed to pick.
Okay, so my third favorite Pokemon is Umbreon, so it's my favorite.
What's mine? Mine's probably Flareon.
Espeon.
Mine's also Espeon, but Umbreon's a very, very close second. Shiny Umbreon with the blue looks just gorgeous.
String. Espeon as well.
See, this is why we're on the couch. We know what's what.
That's why, like, Coliseum, you get to start with Espeon, Umbreon.
I love that.
Oh, that is awesome.
So cool.
One of the coolest starter pairings.
We've got $10 from Mega Ampharos, saying great run. Thanks, guys. But what's your favorite shiny Pokemon?
Also Umbreon.
I have to think. Someone else go.
Shiny Mega Gengar.
Mine's kind of a tie. Any Pokemon that goes from like a warm color to a cold color, so like Mew, Ditto, Voltorb, Electro, they go from like a red to a blue, which is so good. Actually, no, I take that back. Charizard. Like Black Charizard is the coolest one of all. And anybody, like that's arguably, any of the shinies that go to a black palette just look incredible. There's not a bad one.
String.
Oh, nice.
He says shiny Centret before you get any Pokeballs.
I've done that before.
We've got $20 from Combo, saying, I heard someone hated Bulbasaur, and I had to make a comment. First of all, how dare you? Bulbasaur is a very good friend dog. Also, I've been longing to make a donation. This gave me an excuse. Good luck on the run.
If you've run Catch 'em All for as long as I have, you might also gain a hatred for Bulbasaur.
Yeah, he sounded like he was pretty sore about that.
Did you sit on that until it came up again?
No, like most of these are just like, hey, they pop in at the moment. Yeah. I'm not good at having prepared material. I could maybe be a stand-up comedian, but I'd have to sit down from time to time. That one's prepared. Yep. I gave ample warning.
I wasn't ready.
So I switched Bite to the first slot of my moves a while ago. And I used as many bites as I could to, Sam, actually, I have 2 left. That's pretty good. And then I'm going to teach over it with Return, which is the move I'll use the most for the rest of the run. And it's the strongest move that we get. So having that in slot 1 saves the inputs. And since I was using so much Bite in this section, it was worth it to switch it a little bit early.
Yeah, the thing with Return, there's just so many multipliers that go to it. Like, the more you use your Pokemon, the stronger it gets. It gets up to 102 power, right?
Base power.
Base power.
Plus 10% from Pink Bow.
Yep.
10% from Whitney's badge boost. And then Feraligatr, his best stat is attack. So.
Yep.
Oh, and it has 20 PP, which is a lot.
Yes, that's a godsend because before they started using Return, they would use Earthquake, and you don't get that until later.
And it only has 10 PP.
Yeah, it only has 10. So there's just so many good things about Return.
It's also stronger than Earthquake.
Yeah, at its max power, it's stronger. Well, it's probably got to be even before that because of the other boosts.
Yep.
Because you get ground type boost from Brock? Is that right?
Not sure.
No, that would be Rock. Ground is from Blue.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so even further on in the run.
So the only badge boost you don't get in this game is Dark. There's no Dark badge boost.
Yeah.
Do I have time for a question from donations?
Mm-hmm.
Good, because this one's kind of contentious. $20 from Anonymous saying, question to the runners, is a burrito considered a sandwich?
I'm going to say no.
I'll say no.
Yeah, say no.
Stance taken.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
That's much more difficult, I feel. But also, probably no.
Well, I mean, it's on a bun, and they say sandwich buns. That's a tough call, though. As long as it's got slaw and mustard on it, I'll eat it, whether you call it a sandwich or not. So.
Okay, so I think I worked everything out to where I'm 1 return short, but that's okay as long as I don't miss every single range. And even if I do, that'll only lose 1 turn, but I will have to use Struggle once. So I think that's my situation.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy sometimes if you make a mistake with the PP management. You have to really think it through where you can make up the move.
Yeah, I had to move some puzzle pieces in a few ways, but I think I did it without losing a turn.
Okay.
Gunner did that on purpose, actually. He wanted to add some entertainment value, get some good fun facts in there.
Well, we're coming into the end of the Rocket segment. Pokeguy still on his, so I guess we can do the my Lance theory now.
Okay.
So the crux of the whole theory is that Lance is actually evil, right? So when you first meet Lance, he's investigating these Magikarps that are evolving in the Lake of Rage, right? They're evolving too soon. They're becoming Gyarados. The whole lake's filled with Gyarados. He's like, all right, can you come help me in the Rocket hideout? Doesn't seem too crazy. You know, he's the champion. Maybe he wants to do some good. But what's interesting is that Lance seems to know his way around the entire Rocket hideout. He's always 1 step ahead of you. He's got extra healing items. No one seems to be fighting his Pokemon, right? Which isn't too crazy on its own, but then when you go to fight Lance later in the game, he has 3 Dragonites that are all lower level than a Dragonite is supposed to evolve at. So my theory is that Lance is working with Team Rocket to improve his strength and maintain his spot as the Elite Four champion with his overpowered Dragonites. And yeah, he's using you as cover to get through, to get through the Rocket base and be like, oh, look, I'm doing so much good. But really he's not.
The weirdest thing is that one of his Dragonites is like 5 levels lower than what it was in Red, Blue, Yellow. So who knows?
He keeps getting new Dragonites.
Oh, dude, the twisted science he did on him caused him to have to retire one of them. That's a shame.
Did I just hit the Vileplume range? I think I did.
I think you hit the Golbat range, too.
I did.
Yeah. That's the Golbat is one of the more difficult ones, too, so that's pretty good.
45% to go down.
Really? Wow. thought
Okay.
it was like 60 something, but
Yeah, 40, 45. It's rough.
Got time for a donation?
Yeah.
We've got $5 from Yeah But Still, saying enough with the Pokemon puns. Can't we just keep our snarky meows shut for a moment? Oh boy. We've got $75 from Yiro, saying, had to donate during my favorite run. Question for all, what's your favorite Pokemon generation?
2, for sure.
Me too.
Mine is 5.
I'd say 2 as well. I mean, it's 2 regions worth of stuff, and arguably some of the best music from the franchise.
If you count Coliseum and XD, mine's Gen 3. Otherwise, Gen 2.
Interesting.
Gen 3 does offer more post-game content, though, with the Battle
Frontier, yeah.
Now we said favorite, not best. The best is Gen 3, I think. But Gen 2's music is just too perfect for me, personally.
My
But
favorite
on an
music.
in an objective level.
I like Kolo's music too much.
I mean, Gen 3 is literally like tackled the game for the first, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting fun fact, too. Originally, in Gen 1, some people are familiar with what's a Gen 1 miss because of, I don't know the math behind it, but just like a 1 in 256 chance for a move to miss in Gen 1. Well, the move tackle had an increased chance to Gen 1 miss. And they did not fix this until Gen 5. And to rectify this, they made it 50 base power and 100% accurate. I'm 95% certain that that's true.
I've heard that before too. I think that's the case. If you have speedrun in your title, tackle's like even lower chance. to hit,
Exactly.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, another just interesting side point that's not a meme. They could have gotten this radio card sooner, but it would have been 4 extra steps, so they just get it now.
They had to wait until after they saved the radio tower as well.
But Crystal will, because they could have gotten it when they did the ID minute, when they got the
Yeah,
Master Ball.
exactly.
Crystal gets the radio card when they get the Master Ball because it's important for the manip that they use to get in Tay or Raikou.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So we finally saved the world. Be on our way.
Can I?
Here- Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. We got $25 from Pokegod11, saying, love seeing old Pokemon games being run. Question for the runners in couch. What is your favorite spooky Pokedex entry? Mine is Frostlass.
I have no idea.
I remember some really spooky ones, but I don't remember what they were for. But it's something about, I wouldn't even call it my favorite because it's really, really creepy, but it's something about it takes the souls of lost children or something. That's the only creepy one I
That's
remember.
Hypno.
That's Hypno.
That's
Yeah.
the only one I know also.
That's
so.
really, really creepy.
Frostlass and Hypno are two really good ones.
We've got $5 from Bugcatcher, saying, ring ring, hi, Bugcatcher here. I just caught my 6th Weedle. Thought you should know. Okay, bye. Click, beep, beep.
No pun intended, but Frostlass is the cooler of those two Pokemon.
I kind of also, I like to think about the Pokedex entries because it's all the kids. They give them the Pokedex. They run around. So I feel like they over-exaggerate a lot.
Yeah.
They're like, he steals our souls. And it's just like, just a Hypno.
I mean, let's be honest.
nice.
Hypno is just like a creepy-looking Pokemon in general. I'm not trying to Hypno shame, but God, he's creepy. Like, oof.
So I'm tossing
Ooh.
all those super potions and antidotes because I don't need them anymore.
Yeah.
It's super slow to scroll past items in this game, and I'll be using a ton of X attacks and X special for the rest of the run. So I want to, it's faster actually to toss those, and also much easier in the long run.
Yep. This is definitely the coolest part of the run.
I love the music in here. I love the execution. Not as fun as Crystal, but it's still fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was trying to be silly, but yeah, the music in here is probably one of the best tracks.
I like
I mean, it
Gen-
doesn't hold a candle to Lucky Channel.
Had my Repelware out here because it's the easiest to react to.
I like with Gen 2,
Oh,
you don't
well-
always have to hear the bike music. A lot of the time you hear the dungeon music over top.
Can't say I've ever tried to surf there before.
Gen 2's bike music is so much better than Gen 1's, though.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I should have just let the boulder be. I think my repel might almost wear out now.
So that's another misconception that people have, that you think you'd have to put all the boulders down the hole. Literally just only one. You only have to push down one.
All right, Pokeguy will definitely have a better ice path than that.
And then
I haven't practiced it at all.
Another interesting little thing, you saw Gunner move while the boulder was still going down. That's...
It's a Gen 2 mechanic. Yeah, it's cool because in Gen 1, for example, the boulder puzzles are super slow. You have to wait for the boulder to move. But in Gen 2, they're actually pretty technical, moving around with the boulder.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you cut it really close with the repels there.
Well, if you just do it right, it's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, Gen 1 has flag
my
boulder,
goodness.
though.
That's true.
I've got another question here.
Point out one thing first. He super repels there because he wants the repel to wear out at a very specific time later. I believe it's right in front of a spinner. So it's really cool to repel there and do that.
That one's right before he picks up the Dragon Fang. And the
Next repel is the really cool one.
Okay,
That falls into that category where just doing as much as you can in one menu to reduce the number of menus.
Okay, yeah. The next repel then lines up with the spinner. But anyway, yeah, you can read some donations now.
All right. We've got $25 from Goops24 saying, my grandfather passed away from cancer only a few months ago. He gifted me my first Pokemon game, Crystal, so I know I had to donate now. Thank you to all the runners. Question, what location has your favorite music in the entire Pokemon franchise?
Ooh.
Ice Path is up there. I mean, if it's like an overworld location, then I would say Ice Path. But as far as like battle music, it's the Kanto gym leader music that you hear in this game.
One of my favorite songs is the Gen 4 gym battles music.
Yeah.
That's really the only one I can think of that I really like.
Yeah, I think everybody knows my favorite song by now, but the Lucky Channel song.
Yeah.
I will say the best credit song was Gen 3 until Black and White came out. The first Black and White. Okay. That game does not deserve credits music that's that good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's an interesting speedrun, but casually it was just such a bore.
Nah, they're good games. Wow.
I like the battle theme for Kanto. The Kanto gym leaders is really good. And then Pyrite Town for an overworld from Coliseum.
No, the speed tag that goes into the Gen 5 runs, that's incredible.
Yeah.
But just like casually, like Black and White 2 were so much better than Black and White, just casually speaking.
We've got $100 from I Only Save Ohio 145.
Ohio!
And their comment is, hold on for this, Ohio!
And of Ohio to you too.
And to all a good night.
I always love this boulder push Gunner's doing. He's going to push it and then just walk away right as it goes. Got the 2 tiles, which is the best you can do there.
I messed that up a lot.
Yeah.
Kind of hard.
It's actually really technical getting the 2 tile walk
Whoa,
there.
that was
all of mine have been really good.
That was a good one. Like, so you just have to stutter just slightly to get past the rotator without hitting him. And like, I thought he was going to hit him.
I'm pretty sure my one in Radio Tower was 1 frame. Like,
yeah.
It was really good.
That was crazy.
Do y'all not just bonk into the water?
No, that's way slower.
I thought mine was good, but...
That's why he's on there running and I'm on the couch.
Kind of worried about my HP. If I take damage...
I would definitely super potion.
I don't have any.
Oh, well...
Yeah, I just don't take, like, any more damage than this. It's fine. Unless I get crit.
Right.
The next feels like on the way to the Elite Four, so he's going to have to push that hit points till then, so...
Yeah, you really stretch the HP and the Pokemon power to the limit with this section. And it's honestly not for that much gain. Like, I mean, a Pokemon Center is slow, but it's not that slow. But it's just, I don't know, it's satisfying to make it all work out perfectly.
Yeah.
And for world record attempts, definitely mandatory.
Also, can we take a moment to point out, even if you consider Crystal in this too, 3 out of the 8 Johto gym leaders are are irresponsible to some degree or another. You have Morty that you literally have to go hunt him down in Crystal. Whitney literally cries and you have to wait for her to give you the badge. And Claire is just like, no, you got to do something else to get this badge, even though the Pokemon League rules dictate if you beat the gym leader, you're supposed to get the badge. Johto gym leaders need to get their stuff together.
Quick donation.
Oh, yes.
We've got $500 from Paul89.
Wow.
They say, help others however you can. Some of us can donate, so we do. And for those of us who can't, I hope that we can find our own way to help out.
Oh my gosh. I'm doing really bad.
I was gonna mention Misty's on a date. And you have to
Oh, yeah,
her
good
down
point.
too.
Yeah. But the that movement there in Ice Path is very, very technical. So
Yeah.
It's tricky, but we both made it look harder than it really is.
Way harder in Crystal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, true.
Again, no pun intended. It looks cool. Crystal's Ice Path looks cooler. There's actual proper, like, ice blocks instead of the...
Oh yeah, Crystals
Yeah.
is crazy in comparison. So this Kingdra can... There's a lot of ways she can troll.
Oh, man.
You can get Dragon Breath paralyzed. You can get a Hyper Beam crit. She can Hyper Potion. Please don't do it. Please don't.
Okay.
Could have been quite bad. I would have had to switch out, actually, if that paralyzed me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have any full heals, so
Well, yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Oh, if I can amend a statement I said earlier regarding the typing of moves, whether it had an evolution or not, determine whether it was special or not. Eevee does not have a dragon type evolution, but dragon is considered a special type move in gens 1 through 3.
Yeah. It makes me think that if fairy type existed before Gen 6, it probably would have been special.
Yeah. Sylveon has a really good shiny too.
Quick donation.
Yep.
We've got $50 from Ito Akami, saying, glad I could make it in time for the Pokemon Gold race. Question to the runners, what is your least favorite generation?
5. I'm not just firing back.
I tried to play through Gen 7, but it was literally so slow at the start that I could not get past 20 minutes in. So I would say that, but I don't think I can say it without actually playing it. So probably Gen 6.
So we've got $30 here from Nims Easy. And it's the Pokemon anime opener. So I kind of think we should all sing this all together because everyone knows the words.
You don't want me to sing.
I think she does.
Oh.
All right, here we go. I want to be the very best,
Singing it.
like no one ever was.
Dun, 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 dun.
To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause.
Dun, dun, dun.
I will travel across the land, searching far and wide.
Ba, 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 da.
Each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em, it's you and me.
I thought it was,
I know it's my destiny.
Pokemon, oh, you're my best friend. In a world we must defend. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em. I can't.
I don't know the rest of the
Courage
lyrics.
will pull us through.
You teach me and
I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Pokemon.
So quick confession, I thought that was the entire opener, but they only posted the first half.
Oh my
I got the lyrics
goodness.
halfway through.
Yeah, the full song is actually longer than that, but I don't think very many people know.
I lost like 10 seconds trying to remember the lyrics.
Dang.
Sabotage.
No, it's my fault.
That was Joyce Manip. She's going to be stuck up, I believe. Or
All right.
down,
She is
whichever's-
pretty stuck up.
Exactly.
Goodness.
Thinking she has the right to waste your time. How dare she?
Okay, ignoring the bonk into the wall there, this movement is pretty important that I don't take any extra steps because I've set up my repel to wear out right in front of the next spinner, which is not this. This is a rotator. And so it'll basically act as a pause. It functions the same way as a pause, except it's a repel text that was going to happen anyway, so I save like over a second from not having to pause.
And you'll see Gunner has one more fight after this one. He has, he'll have 0 surfs, 0 strengths.
0 ice punch, 0 ice punches.
0 ice punches too, so it just like bare minimum as far as PP, and then he just gets the heal.
When this is all over, before I have my heal, I will have 1 return left, and that's it.
Yeah. So that was actually like more than 50 minutes from one heal to the other where you just make it last.
Yeah. And the thing with that 1 return, like, if you miss a damage range, there it goes. If you miss a second damage range, like, out of the moves.
It's really easy for things to go south just by missing too many damage ranges.
Yeah.
All right, this is by far my least favorite movement in the whole game.
I think we've got donation time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, before we start, I think Pokeguy's about to have a pretty interesting fight with Claire, so see what he decides to do with that. But yeah,
and I have the spinner coming up too.
Yeah.
We've got $20 from Jammy saying, question, out of all of the fighting type Pokemon, which one wins the Royal Rumble?
Wait, wins what?
A Royal Rumble.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
I was hoping you would know.
Oh, I've got the answer for this one. It's Geodude, because that's the one that Brock used in the fighting type tournament in the anime. I didn't make that up.
It is fighting type in the card game, so.
We've got $100 from Prof NES saying that Pokemon Acapella was glorious. Thank you. We've got $20 from Ikapal saying, Ohio.
All right, so here comes the spinner repel after he finally gets his heal after a very long time.
Yep, one return left, that's it. And then I get this nice free heal. Gonna take an extra step here to set up the repel to wear out right in front of Joyce. That's perfect.
That's perfect.
I think she's stuck, but we're gonna wait a second.
Oh, okay. Okay, got the dodge. And now,
so world record hits 1 spinner, and it's only her, so I'm not on very good terms.
all right, come
And that's
on,
why
Pedro.
I thought she was stuck, but I was like, nope, you're not getting me again.
Okay, I win.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
Joyce is easily, thanks to the to Union Caveman, if Joyce is easily the second worst spinner
Yeah.
behind Douglas.
And luckily, Pokeguy's through Claire, no problems. That fight's really scary when you're on low HP going in, so worked out very well.
Quick question from the donations.
Yeah.
We've got $20 from Katazuki saying, heyo, it's finally nice to see this event run live from the crowd in person. Question, what's your favorite Pokemon cry and why is it Jinx?
My favorite Pokemon cry, I really like Venusaur. I don't know why. It's got a lot of oomph behind it.
I don't really have a favorite.
We've got $5 from Yo173 saying, thank you guys for the run. Gold and Silver was a huge part of my childhood. Rip my only shiny Pokemon ever in any Pokemon game aside from Red Gyarados. A shiny Tentacool that died when Gold's internal battery died.
Oh, mine's dead
That's
too.
hard.
Press F to pay respect.
F in chat for respect.
Also, question for the Couch and Runners. Which unknown letter is your favorite?
B, because that's what I name my Pokemon.
I.
I'm gonna say S because, you know, like S tier and Swaff starts with an S. I know my alphabet.
I like A because I had the holographic unknown card as a kid.
I've actually still got one of those.
Yeah.
Binder. Was that the only one that was holographic?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
A
yeah.
was the one that was always holographic. Can't remember though.
That's a tough. That one's really tough. Maybe like 20% to go down or something. So we don't expect to one-shot it.
We've got $5 from Keveridge252 saying, I have a question for Shen. Which do you prefer, red or blue?
Team Red for sure.
Yeah. He thought for sure that Shin would blue it, but no, that doesn't work grammatically. Darn.
We've got
Love you, Kev. Miss you, dude.
We've got $20 from Gneifel. Been looking forward to this year's Pokemon run. Ended up watching it with 4 friends on the line. Hey guys, hey GDQ, hi Mom. Thanks to everyone running this entire show and all involved. Good luck and make the comeback, Pokeguy.
Trying.
Well, that's the good/bad thing about this run. At this point, pretty much all of the problematic fights are over with. There's some that are going to potentially waste time. But the only other death that's even possible is Red, and that's literally the last fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, but that is the most problematic fight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I could easily lose this race still.
Yeah, that's the one thing about this run that's so annoying is, you're 3+ hours in, and Pikachu decides to be
Annoying.
inconvenient.
Yeah.
You're about a coin flip to get hit by a Thunder with all the setup you need to do on the last fight. And if you get hit by a Thunder, it's pretty much over.
It's at least really scary.
Quick donation.
Yep.
We've got $20 from Game Watchin' Mama, saying Pokemon Red was the first video game I ever beat on my own as a kid, so of course I had to donate during the Pokemon race. I am watching it with my 1-year-old, hoping he'll grow up loving Pokemon too. Question for the runners in couch. When you first played Pokemon as a kid, how long did it take you to beat your first game?
My first Pokemon game?
Yes.
Months. A really long. I was so young. Really long time.
Mine was like 2 weeks, probably.
Wow.
Nerd.
Yeah, probably at least months. I remember I was all level 100 when I did the Elite Four, so.
That was so long ago, I don't even remember. Like, I know I had Red, and I know I used Blastoise, and I used almost exclusively Blastoise. But I don't remember how long it took.
We've got $55 from Stefan Gustafsson, saying, there once was a boy called Ash who taught his Charizard Flash to strength, fly, and surf, nor cut was his turf, and he never even bothered with Flash.
That's an interesting donation because there's a couple of sections in the not so distant future that the game probably intended for you to have Flash for, but Pokeguy and Gunny, because I can speak English, Gunner and Pokeguy are just so good, they don't need Flash. If you recall Gen 1, there's at least walls that kind of give you cues as to where you are. It is pitch black.
Yeah.
Both of the dark sections for this game.
Yeah.
The only thing is the item balls you can see, so you can sometimes gauge where you are, but for the most part, it's completely blind movement.
Which, when we get to those points, we'll have quiet time there too, because it's.
Pokeguy messed up his movement a little bit, I think, so we'll see what he decides to do with this pass.
It should still work.
Oh, okay. Yeah, bike movement's kind of sticky sometimes.
We've got $10 from Vex97, saying, great run so far, guys. Keep it up. What's the longest time you've spent resetting for a good Totodile? A few years ago, I watched my friend reset for about 4 hours straight without one when they were running Crystal. We still have nightmares about it to this day.
Well, we have the RNG manipulation now, so it's a little different, but I would say my worst streak without getting a runnable Totodile is in that range, 3.5, 4 hours.
It's probably mine too. I don't really remember though. I've definitely had bad streaks though.
It's nice now with the manipulation, it's generally not random anymore.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, we've got $25 from Youngster Joey121, saying, hi, I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear. Where have I heard that one before?
Yeah, not when it's like 20-some degrees Fahrenheit outside. There's some brave people that still do, and I applaud them. But I like to have the feeling in my legs. But if you got another one, go ahead.
How did I do that?
Sorry.
Let's see. We've got $20 from Carrie D, saying GDQ has been spectacular this year. It's amazing to watch these speedruns and donate towards such a good cause. Also, Pokemon has been my favorite Nintendo series since I was a kid, so this brings so much nostalgia. The feels! Thanks again, everyone. Question, have any of you done a speedrun for Let's Go?
For Zelda?
No, Let's Go. Like
Let's Go.
Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee.
No, I haven't done any Let's Go speedruns.
Neither have I.
I actually have. If you're a Pokemon speedrunner, at 8 o'clock later tonight, we're having a race together, so join us.
Yeah.
Wow.
The catching mechanic in that game is so bad, though.
Oh my goodness.
That's so unlikely.
Yeah, that's never happened to me.
You have to miss the range, get confusion, 10% to confuse, and then 50% to hurt yourself in confusion.
Wow, and he got
Twice.
Twice.
Another quick one.
Oh my goodness. Come on.
This is now the worst fight I've ever seen. I'm pretty sure this is the worst
Double
fight on
fairy spikes
record.
missed, though.
Come on.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Please.
I have to, like, heal.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I have to heal at the center.
Yeah, you have to heal.
Wow.
That was crazy.
Nothing to heal it with either. Come on.
The donation?
Oh, yes. $100 from Maracoid saying, I love Pokemon, and Gold was the first game I finished without my parents' help. AG to Q is the best, and I'm so glad I can finally donate. Thank you to all the runners and to everyone who has helped with the event.
So you'll see that I used an X accuracy on this fight because the Ariados use double team, and there's 2 other Pokemon that are really likely to use a evasive increasing move. X accuracy works the same exact way in Gen 2 as it does in Gen 1, where using just one skips the accuracy check completely, so you just always hit no matter what. It's definitely worth it on average on this fight because you can get super trolled.
And unlike in Gen 1, there's not really access to a one-hit KO move like with Nidoking and Horndrill. And I think even if there was, it probably wouldn't be worth it to even get it because of all of the, that 40-minute section where you're having to make your PowerPoints last so long.
Yeah.
A 5 PowerPoint move is just not going to cut the mustard.
If you taught it, you'd probably teach it later, because it would be useful for Reds, for example.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's a good point. You just 2 and go, and he can charm all he wants to. And
Yeah.
No, because he's all of his Pokemon are higher level than you. It wouldn't hit.
Oh, you're right. That's true.
Yeah, there's just too much, low-level spamming Pokemon that you have to get through for the one-hit KO 5 PP move to be worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there we just saw the, Pokemon's attempt at giving Zubat redemption. Crobat is really, really cool.
Yeah.
Zubat is really, really annoying.
Crobat's cool. I like Crobat.
Shiny Crobat's like one of the really cool shiny sprites too. It's like pink and green.
Do you know how much Psychic does?
More than 44.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if it didn't, then it'd be better to just go.
Well, 40, whatever. Yeah, I would just full restore.
So Bruno and Lance are the only 2 Elite Four members that kind of stayed from Gen 1. I guess Agatha finally decided to retire, and I don't know, Lorelai ended up just working on her look because when she came back in Let's Go, she's a very pretty woman.
We abuse the fact that the Hitmon... Oh, come on.
Oh, wow.
Can't imagine.
That's so uncommon for Detect too. That's ridiculous.
I got Protect from the Kingler, too. I'm really low on returns, so I'm going to have to use a couple strengths here.
Yeah.
We abuse the fact that he almost always digs there to get a free 2x attack setup.
Unfortunately, Strength will still work because he would use Return because one frame less for the letter difference and not having to change the move. So it's good to have the backup there after having that long section where one or 2 damage ranges missed could be disaster.
Another quick question from donations.
Sure.
You've got $25 from Freeze asking for the Pokemon runners, what is your favorite Final Fantasy game?
Favorite what?
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 3, the Japan, the DS port. That's my favorite one for sure.
Never played it.
8, but only because of Triple Triad. That's one of the catchiest Final Fantasy songs.
I've also never played it.
The Triple Triad music is also booty-shaking music.
Final Fantasy Tactics, best Final Fantasy. There we go.
Also, the story in 8's pretty good. The battle mechanics are not good. It's literally pointless to level up.
Okay, so my current HP value is really important because I'm under half, and this Umbreon has Sand Attack and Confuse Ray, but it'll be significantly discouraged from using them, 10% each, because I'm under half. A lot of times you aren't under half here because our Totodiles are so good that they actually don't take enough damage, which is funny. But this fight should go well.
Yeah, this is the what the second X accuracy is for.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. That's why we have it.
Yep.
Well, I guess that fixes what I said earlier. I thought she would never use it another time, so it's just Confuse Ray.
Now, is Confuse Ray 100% accurate?
It is,
Okay, that's what I thought.
but I think it still has the 25% chance to miss based on...
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think it has that in Gen 2. I think it's just always going to hit.
I don't think I've ever seen it miss, so yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it could fail, but I don't know.
It can't.
It can't.
Like, 100% sure it can't. Because I know it can't Gen 1 miss in Gen 1. It's like...
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, wait, no, it can't Gen 1 miss. I meant it can't miss. So, like... And Confusion isn't a status, so it can't fail.
Yeah, it's really weird how they handle that with Confusion. So it's like really bad if the Umbreon decides to use it because you just can't avoid it.
Also, Game Freak, there were other Dark-type Pokemon, i.e. Sneasel, that Karen could have had. Why are Gengar and Vileplume there?
I lost a run to this Murkrow one time because I didn't know it had Quick Attack, and I had like 7 health.
Oh, wow.
Also, why wasn't Mischievous in Morty's gym? Literally the only new Ghost-type Pokemon. All those complaints to the side, still love this game.
Another question from donations.
Yes.
Sure.
We've got $10 from Sorry Anasaurus saying, question to the runners. The first time you played this game, did you think you were supposed to name your rival, or was that just me? Also, best Digimon is Fruity Dino Bites.
I know a lot of people thought you were supposed to name your rival the question marks or whatever, but I didn't have that. I might not have been paying attention, maybe, at that point. I don't know. Just like I almost didn't pay attention in Heal there.
Yeah, I have a different name for him that's synonymous with Jerk.
We've got $25 from Tustin2121 asking, Gold was my favorite Pokemon game as a kid, so I had to donate during the Pokemon run. Question, what's your favorite region?
That's a good question. I like Hoenn a lot. I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of all the water, but I like the water.
Mine's Unova.
I'd actually have to say Sinnoh with what you can do. And yes, this is the second best track in the game. As fate would have it, the first best one you listen to once, the second best one you listen to twice.
I find it funny that Lance is the only Elite Four member that you don't actually set up an X item on because he uses so many cheated Dragonites that you just Ice Punch them.
I mean, there were some instances before Manip where you would set up an X speed on him if Gyarados used Hyper Beam.
You still do that with this Toto.
Oh, okay.
It's worth that. The other Toto has a speed tie with Aerodactyl, so...
Am I still good for questions during Lance, or is that serious?
Yeah, this fight is fine.
Okay. We've got $50 from Pop-Tarts Ninja saying, hey guys, quick question. What's your favorite bug type and why is it Joltik?
Can I get maybe my game volume down a little bit? I'm missing so many questions.
It's actually pretty loud during the battles.
Yeah. Could you repeat the question, please?
Oh, yes. The question was, what is your favorite bug type and why is it Joltik?
Scyther, for sure. I think Scyther's super cool. I don't like bug Pokemon in general, but Scyther makes the cut.
That's a weird way to say Joltik.
Galvantula is actually a really cool, electric bug is an interesting type combination.
It's unfortunate for bugs because Heracross is just the clear best.
Oh yeah, no, Heracross is my favorite, but pretty sure that's Stringflow's favorite too.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Okay. Flinch.
We've got $25 from Dan, the man with no plan, saying, had to donate during the Pokemon generation that made my childhood. Question for the runners and couch. What is your favorite Pokemon movie? Oh wait, no, not movie. Move.
Sheer Cold is my favorite. I don't know. I like cold things.
Sheer Cold is literally the only one-hit KO move that hits everything. All others will miss at something.
And also that.
Mine's going to be Surf because the original, the animation for it in Gen 1 and Gen 2, I used it so much so that sound sticks with me.
I like Hyper Beam. The animation's really cool in Gen 1
Yeah,
too.
that's a good one too. Actually, no, let me take that back. Zippy Zap from the most recent one because the name is so ridiculous. That's such a good move.
Alright, so for Gen 2 speedruns, we don't actually stop after beating the Elite Four because we have a whole other half of the game to play.
It's like the 75% mark, the 60% mark, somewhere in
Yeah,
there?
pretty much.
I have no idea. It's like 2.5 hours. The run's 3:15, 45 minutes left.
Yep, about that.
So fun fact, back before we swapped timing from in-game time to RTA, you could just let the credits run, and that was the perfect opportunity for a bathroom break.
Yeah, but
Now we got to go
just
fast. You just, get your insides accordingly. And go.
Yeah, I love this part. I mean, just especially as a kid, like coming back here and like, oh my goodness, I have a whole nother region to do.
Yeah. It's really cool you get the throwback with all the old gym leaders too.
Yep,
Exactly.
with
like
the best
updated
music.
themes and stuff.
It's my
really neat.
favorite music in any Pokemon game that's coming
Yeah.
up.
Do you hear that, Nintendo? We like multiple regions in one game. Hint, hint.
We've got $25 from Valentine, saying the Pokemon Blue runs in 2015 are what got me into GDQ events, and I've been watching ever since. Really glad to have caught the Gold run today. My question for everyone, other than Pokemon Trainer, what Pokemon profession would you have?
Interesting. I bet the guy who like
Oh my god, that's
wow.
insane. Stand attack fail.
Stand attack fail surf critical.
Yeah, that's insane.
Wow,
I've never had a fight that good ever.
that's crazy.
That's really cool, actually.
So the guy who manages the Safari Zone, I bet his life is very chill.
Well, he just lies to everyone and, says the
Don't have to
Safari
go
balls
for
are
it.
No,
good.
I'm talking about the guy in the shadows who's making all the money off it.
Now, does that mean you would have to have gold teeth then if you were him?
No, not
Is that
him.
part of the requirement? Okay, gotcha.
This is a hypothetical kind of entity.
I don't know. I would say Pokemon Center, but I don't think I would have the heart to see all those injured Pokemon coming in.
Professor would be cool. Get to start all the kids on their journey.
Nerd. No, I'm just kidding. That's a good
Come on. Go live your dreams, everyone.
Exactly. Do what you want. Don't let the naysayers prevent you from living your dreams, especially the obnoxious ones like me.
So I had a pretty good Elite Four overall. Nothing too troll happened. Except the sand attack, even though I was under half HP, that doesn't normally happen, but it was okay. Pokeguy got a really crazy Karen fight though, like that never happens.
Yeah.
Best possible.
Yep.
Yeah, especially with the critical.
Yeah, like what? Sand attack felt critical? That's
Yeah.
nuts.
Do I have time for a donation here?
Yes.
Excellent, because we've got $1,000
Oh.
from Vlad167, saying, can we get some hype for the amazing music in this game?
Hi.
P.S. I love you all.
We love you too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You weren't talking to me. I know.
We've got $25 from Admiral Awesome, saying, as a child, I thought it impossible to beat any of the Pokemon games in less than 50+ hours. Boy, was I wrong. It's so impressive to see one of your favorite childhood games get absolutely demolished. Good luck to all the runners, and may the RNG be with you. Pikachu.
You see Pokeguy use the X speed there on the Hyper Beam turn from Gyarados since it's a recharge turn, and now he's faster than Aerodactyl. It's worth the safety there.
It's
Yeah.
much better to see Gyarados has to recharge as opposed to Aerodactyl used anything.
Yeah, it has Rock Slide too, which can flinch. And if you're slower, that can just wall you out for multiple turns if you're really unlucky.
You're never faster than Aerodactyl. The speed tie's the best case scenario.
This is a fun strat. We're gonna fly from Vermilion to Vermilion.
Yeah. You get the fly point right away off the boat, so it gets you all the way into
Except
town.
I didn't repel. That's funny. Or did I? Oh, yeah, I didn't. Okay, so that's fine. It's still on the right tile. This repel count, I'm going to go to Rock Tunnel now. And my repel and the next one together, I'll have exactly enough tiles by 1 if I do this Dark Tunnel perfectly. I'm going to do the hard version.
So he's going to fight a trainer with a Machamp. After he fights that trainer, we'll need quiet time.
Yep.
Oh, goodness.
Some donations before then?
Oh, yeah, you could probably get in a couple.
Yeah, you have probably 1 or 2.
Okay. We've got $5 from Gunner's Oddish. I knew there was a reference in there.
Why?
Wait. The comment is Gunner. I'm hoping that Golduck didn't give you any flashbacks.
Goodness. It did.
There's a story involved here.
Yeah, I got the same Golduck fight he got in practice, and it was bad. But so I walked up and talked to this trainer, which saves half a second by not getting his exclamation point, but it wastes repel steps, so it puts way more pressure on me to do this like actually perfectly.
So quiet time.
Yeah, quiet time.
No. It was so good. Nice ending.
Nice.
Okay, that was good.
Very good.
2 bonks is pretty solid there.
Yeah, but I wasted like 3 steps. So my repel is going to wear out early here, but that was still quite good considering.
And you'll notice that he stepped into the Pokemon Center. That's the step that is his waypoint for teleport later on, so that he doesn't have to do that again.
Yeah.
That was, I was trying to do a bonkless rock tunnel, which is unnecessary, but yeah, one grass tile. Actually wasn't so bad.
He had to risk 1 tile twice this run so
Yep,
far.
that was fun. That's funny. But overall, quite a fast rock tunnel.
Yep. Pokeguy's about to be heading over toward Kanto as well.
That's probably the part of the run that I sunk the most practice into, is doing that fast, like shaving maybe 10 seconds off, like average movement there.
Yeah.
Some donations?
Yes.
Sure.
We've got $25 from Nito saying, here's $25 because the announcer chose the best Final Fantasy game. What can I say? I can't help having such good opinions. We got $5 from Crow saying, question, who is your favorite ghost type and why is it my big purple round son Genjar?
I like Mischievous a lot. It's a shame to me that Morty doesn't have a Mischievous in this game.
Gengar's actually my second favorite Pokemon of all, so.
Yep, same.
Yeah, I'd have to say Gengar also.
Is it Gengar? Whoops.
He's the OG, the original ghost.
We've got $10 from Heat Miser saying, I wanted to donate during the Pokemon Gold race. Pokemon was my favorite game growing up, and watching these runners destroy it is awesome. Question for the runners. Who's your favorite Pokemon League member?
If it's from this Pokemon League, it's Karen, for sure.
I'd say Koga.
I like the whole use your favorites spiel she has. I don't know.
We've got $5 from Joey232 saying, phone ringing. Remember my super cool Rattata? My Rattata is different from regular Rattata. It's like my Rattata is in the top percentage of Rattatas. Click.
Doesn't it have all 0 DVs?
I know it's certainly, to say that it's in the top percentage is inaccurate at best.
It's in the top percentage of the literal worst possible.
Still top percentage.
He's following Karen's words. He's using the ones he loves.
That's right.
You can't begrudge him for that. And like, if I were, 8 or whatever how old he is, and I had a rat like that, I'd be proud of him too.
Yeah.
We've got $50 from Dragon King saying, keep up the great work. Ohio! That's not Ohio.
My thoughts exactly. Okay, so it's time for the best music in any Pokemon game in the next fight. So Twitch chat,
They're best.
get your sour pleases ready. probably time for one more donation before that.
Yep.
Excellent. We've got $20 from Coolsis saying, had to donate during the only Pokemon game that I didn't have in a physical copy. Quick but important question. Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle? And hype!
Hype. Bulbasaur.
Charmander.
Squirtle.
Charmander.
Now fight.
String. Charmander.
All right, here we go. Nothing like being on.
Wait, Shin didn't pick Bulbasaur? What a surprise.
Indeed. Nothing like being on good pace and getting to listen to this music. I have no idea what this pace is, but, you know, when you know it's good.
Am I still good for donations here?
Yes.
We've got $10 from Lisa X623 saying, Hiya, first time live watcher, first time donating. I've been watching GDQ on YouTube for a long time, and I'm happy to finally catch one live and be able to donate. Every run so far has been amazing to watch. Awesome job to all the runners so far, and good luck to the runners now and all future runners. Also, Bulbasaur is clearly the best starter ever.
Thank you, Lisa, and other 62 Lisas.
Anyone who thinks Bulbasaur is the best starter, have fun speedrunning Gen 1 with that.
It's real bad.
Now, in competitive Pokemon on a Sun team, Venusaur is actually really, really good. Chloroform ability to double the speed,
Probably the best
Solar Beam.
Best competitive Gen 1 starter, probably.
So
Before Mega Evolutions, I would
before
agree.
Megas, yeah.
Pokeguy's going to start his rock tunnel,
Yep.
and I have to pass the last spinner in the game, so. a little
Yeah,
quiet.
more serious time here for Pokeguy.
Got a bit lost.
Yeah.
There we go.
Again, that movement's really difficult because it's not like the other gens where you have some indication of where you are. You're just completely in the dark.
Nice.
Nice.
I've actually got a rather fitting donation.
Oh my
for that.
god.
That's the last one in the game.
Yeah.
And fitting
I didn't
donation.
buy max repels.
Ooh.
Really? So you just have to buy some more super repels?
Yeah, I guess.
We've got $5 from Outcast32 saying, I was laying in bed and I heard a bonking in the distance. Got online to check AGDQ and it was just Gunner and Rock Tunnel.
No.
That was pretty good. Come on.
It was only 2, I think.
That was a
Not
really
bad.
solid rock tunnel.
Yeah.
So what that last spinner is what, Medium Grace? Isn't that her name?
Rebecca.
Rebecca. Yeah.
Also not on good terms with old Rebecca.
Yeah.
But that's the last spinner in the game. The only one I hit was Douglas, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
The ones I had control over, I didn't hit. But I mean, you have impact over it, but at the end of the day, it's just if she decides to hit you, she's gonna hit you.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate. I mean, Psychic type's my favorite, but I could never be a medium because I'm an extra large. I got a laugh out of that one from Gunner, yes!
I like that one.
That one's one of my prepared ones. Maybe I should stick to more of those.
Maybe.
We've got $50 from Twitches111 saying, great run so far. I love seeing you guys crush my favorite Pokemon game. Question for the runners and the couch. What is the most underrated Pokemon and overrated Pokemon in your opinion?
Overrated Charizard for sure. I like Charizard, but come on. Underrated. I think Pidgeot for me. I love Pidgeot. People don't give him a chance.
I got to concur with Gunner on Charizard, especially before Mega Evolutions. Just statistically, he's the worst. So many weaknesses. Quad weakness to Stealth Rocks. Just, ugh. And we'll say Bulbasaur's or Venusaur's the most underrated because Bulbasaur's terrible. Venusaur's all right.
Fair point.
Do you know if they sell super repels in Vermilion?
Viridian?
No, Vermilion.
Vermilion. I have no idea. Do you need them before then?
No. I mean, I have one left, and I have to use that for something.
All right, somebody check.
They for sure have them there.
Someone quickly donate with yes or no.
Celadon's too far.
What's the question?
Does the
We're asking you a question this time. Does the Vermilion Mart sell super repels?
Yeah.
Repels works.
Wait 1 sec, let me check.
Any repels?
Any repels.
Yeah, any repels. Yeah, I think Pokeguy forgot to buy max repels at the league center, so he's gonna have to buy some now. I heard someone in the crowd yell no repels.
No repels.
I can confirm there are no
Right.
repels in this list.
Ooh.
You can get light blue mail though.
And you could use that mail to send a complaint to whoever's charged of stocking the store, saying, "Hey, I'm a valued customer, and you can't even have what I need on the shelves. How dare you?"
Now that's speed tech.
Does Pewter sell repels?
Yes, they do.
I need them.
Oh yeah, you
Well,
need it
for-
for
before
Diglett
that.
Cave, right?
I think your best option is Celadon.
Celadon?
Yeah.
That's too slow, I think.
What?
Yeah. I don't know what floor they're on either.
No, it's
I
not.
really-
I was sorry. I was thinking Cerulean was when we. What about?
if they have them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
All right, round 2 of the question. How about Cerulean Mart?
Yeah.
It's always funny when you kind of like make a mistake in a Pokemon run and it's just kind of frantically trying to figure out how to solve it.
How to get the pieces back together.
This happens way more often than you would think.
It can be kind of fun though when you have a run that kind of comes back together. And
Yeah.
It's an annoying quick attack.
I'm sure some of the current speed tech
What did I
used in
do?
some of the runs has been found that way.
You ice punch that.
I
I can't
know.
think of a specific example, but
Cerulean does have super repels, so
Okay.
you can buy them there.
okay, cool. And that's why she mentioned the blue mail, because Cerulean's blue. Thank
Doesn't
you.
it?
We need to change the stream over to the Pokeguy 84
Why did
plus GDQ crowd now.
I'm just
There we go.
joking right now.
You're okay though.
I should have strengthened that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the other side of it. Like,
Pretty
when
sure
you're,
this is going over estimate.
nah, you're fine.
Yeah, you're not even at the
You're not even
3-hour mark
close.
yet.
What was the? Do we know what the Johto time was? Ish.
It was like
I had a
2:35, something like that.
2:35.
I had a 239.48.
How do you know that? Oh, you can
I
see
looked.
it. I can't see it.
Yeah, I think it was at
So I needed a
2:34,
45.12.
2:35.
Okay.
Do you actually want the numbers on that?
Oh no, it's okay.
Then a donation instead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
We've got $5 from Katie Frog 217 saying, "In loving memory of my younger sister who passed away. I hope these $5 can help someone even a little. A question for the runners on the couch. What is your favorite champion or champion battle in Pokemon so far?"
Cynthia, for sure.
Yep,
Yeah.
Not even close.
agreed.
Cynthia has the best music,
Yep.
but Steven is my name, so Steven. He doesn't spell his with a PH, but I can forgive him for that. Because he wears that really cool ascot, and he's like, style.
Pokeguy passed in the last spinner in the game.
Yep. Johto's pretty, or Kanto's pretty nice. There's not a lot of spinners here, so
Yeah,
have a
just
chill
Joyce and Rebecca.
segment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unlike in Crystal, where,
Ooh,
you know,
wow.
ground control.
No.
Yeah, that would have hit.
Oh,
Good enough.
Oh, good.
that was a good one.
Yeah, that
Nice
was good.
patience. That was really unlucky.
Yeah.
Do we even talk about spinner directions at any point?
We can, I guess.
Yeah, it's like, so when a spinner, the directions that a spinner can spin are linked. So if she's facing down, the fact that her next spin will be right is doubly likely, and
Yeah.
then left and up are both 25%. So, but there's another factor for passing spinners, which is how long it's been since they've spun, and that's the more important factor when deciding whether am I going to take this pass or not. So he had a bad direction, but got a pause on an early spin, so it was quite likely that he'd get past But she was trolling a lot there. Down right, down right, down right.
Yeah. So down and right are linked, and then up and left are linked. So if they're looking left and you're going to try and pass them from above, it's kind of risky.
Also, this trainer's a dirtbag. I don't know if you read what he said. He's like, "Oh, I'll wait until you retired from the other fights. I'm Super Nerd Pat."
He does do that, though.
Yeah. You should try to win your fights with honesty and integrity. At least your Pokemon battles and whatnot. Don't get in real fights. Use your words.
It's always weird to me that every single trainer has full health Pokemon, all their PPs already there. It's like, do you guys not fight anyone getting here?
Yeah, they're just waiting along. It's like you're inside a simulation. They're like, okay, he's coming our way. Get in place, these guys.
Quick donation.
Oh, yeah.
We've got $5 from Felina, saying had to donate during the Pokemon Gold run since Johto was my childhood. I've enjoyed this run so much.
I'm glad.
I mean, Johto is the gold standard.
But it's not the platinum standard.
Ooh, good point. And Platinum had Cynthia, so
Got
touche. No, it did. I had to think about that. That's Gen 4. Gen 4 Cynthia.
Yeah.
This fight used to suck before we manipulated Totodile, but due to the gym leader order and having perfect attack and stuff, the Skulduck dies, then we can set up on the Quagsire, which almost always uses Amnesia, and then the Lapras is in a range with good attacks, so just a breeze.
The Golduck has Confuse Ray, right?
It has Confusion?
That may have been it, yeah.
Wow, Earthquake. What a joke.
I've never seen
that
him use
either.
Earthquake.
I've seen it's 2% to Earthquake,
Wow.
I think.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that sucks. So basically that means that I'm gonna have to heal now for red, which
Yep.
sucks. Yep. But it's fine.
It's kind of funny. You don't really have to set up on any of these gym leaders, so usually you don't need to take damage because of that.
Yep. You basically have to not get wing attack plus wing attack, which is 1 in 4 on blue, and then you get a healless Kanto, which is really nice.
Yep.
That requires all kinds of good stats to even have a chance to get.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Gunner's going to get the machine part after this fight?
And so is Pokeguy.
Oh, yeah. And you have...
Pokeguy forgot one time.
Yeah. 'Cause you,
More than once.
More than once. I didn't know that.
You have to repair the power plant issue to even be able to access the other third of the map. You can't get to... Oh, gosh. Considering the Snorlax is blocking your path to enter Diglett Tunnel, which is your only way to get to Pewter City, and the blockade that prevents you from surfing down from Fuchsia to Cinnabar Island doesn't clear up unless you surf up from Cinnabar Island to Fuchsia. That's, you have to fix the power plant problem.
And this is why we stepped in the Pokemon Center before. So you just
Good old Abra.
Yep.
teleport back. You cannot fly to this Pokemon Center, I think. That's how it works.
Yeah, you can't fly to it. You have to teleport together.
So,
It's really weird. It's the same in Red Blue. It's the only center that you can't fly to in like both games.
that is weird.
I guess it's because it's not a town.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But
It makes sense. It's just weird.
Yeah.
I think in Fire Red Leaf Green you can fly to that center.
No, you can't fly to Mount Moon Center either.
Oh.
there you go.
Yeah, I forgot about that. You're right.
we don't go there.
Yeah.
But there is another rival fight there. So
Yeah.
Yeah, in Mount Moon.
I wish you could, you were forced to go see that.
Mm-hmm.
Got time for a donation?
Yep.
Yep.
We got $100 from Anonymous, saying no better way to ring in the new year than watching Pokemon runs at AGDQ at work. Listening to Pokemon runs at work. Let's see if my Scottish colleague is paying more attention to the runs or work.
I don't know who this anonymous guy is, but they've sent in so many donations, so thank you.
What a champ.
Indeed. Better than Steven and Cynthia combined.
We've got $25 from Wordling, saying Gen 2 really was the gen that purely captured me into the Pokemon world. What's the chance someone will try and mimic the Gen 2 Hyper Beam sound effect? I've got another $25 to come if you do.
I don't know.
You want me to give it a try?
You can do it if you want to do it.
That was pretty good.
Do I need to call a doctor?
I'm not going to lie, even if there wasn't an additional donation incentive, I wanted to try that.
It did sound kind of fun, but I'll pass. That's a tough act to follow.
I wouldn't recommend trying to do it multiple times. It would be rough on the vocal cords.
Also, shout outs to Surge and Gen 2.
Oh,
Hands are not there.
Send in more donations and I'll imitate more Pokemon moves and stuff. Just do it.
It's really nice not having to deal with the trash cans this late in the run.
Yeah, amen.
Yeah, 3 hours in and...
I don't know why they
deal with cans.
Like, they redesigned other gens. Why leave the trash cans there? But
yeah, it's just really weird.
I don't know.
Bad feedback. They had a lot of angry letters from kids.
Yeah, but they brought it back in HeartGold, though.
It's true.
So
Yeah, and it was even worse.
Yeah. But then they made it super simple in Let's Go, so I don't know. They haven't decided what they want to do with them. But hopefully they just leave it like that. And they were doing the best they can? No, I'm sorry. I cringed at myself for that one, okay?
They're so bad, it takes me a second to get.
Yeah.
We've got $50 from Mom in New Barktown, saying, I saved some money for you and thought it would be in your interest to spend it for charity.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah. I thought y'all told her that you didn't want... No. She said that, but it was probably out of her own purse. So.
If you accidentally tell your mom when she calls you that you want her to save money, you actually have to call her back and say, I was just kidding, Mom. Please don't save my money. Because you don't have enough money to buy things because she takes a percentage.
She could potentially get you Pink Bow, though, so we need to figure out how to manip that to get earlier Pink Bow and...
Somebody get on it.
Yeah. String Flow.
You'd have to go
You
back.
got a moment now.
Wait, does it go to your PC or do you have to go talk to her?
You got to go pick it up at the mart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the little guy that delivers the stuff. She's like, hey, I got it for you. Go to the mart and get it. And then you just go to the nearest mart and he gives it to you. But usually you just get like berries and apricorns and stuff that are just of little to no help.
Yeah, exactly.
But I know we mentioned this before. It was before I was on the mic, yeah. Call your mom. If you haven't talked to her in a while, see how she's doing. If you can.
Okay.
I doubt my mom is watching this, but I love you, Mom.
I think my mom is watching this. Hi, Mom.
Say hi to your moms, you degenerates.
Hi, Mom. And hi, Dad.
Did you just left side Misty?
Yes.
This is new tech.
Last chance for Gunner to see a shiny coming up.
Please.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of crazy that you have to go through all that to get the card here, just to use it once in the entire game. And
It's actually really annoying to use that thing.
yeah.
Mm.
Okay, one
At
time.
least in Crystal, it's got better value for the manip. For
Yeah, right, yeah.
We've got $5 from Anonymous, saying, if everyone watching now could give $5, we would hyperbeam past 1.5 million raised. And if you are unable, I challenge you to share the stream. Every person counts.
Heck yeah, let's make it happen. And remember, I can do weird impressions of Pokemon moves that progressed.
Yeah. Also, Poke, I don't know if you have, but they do sell Super Repels at the mart.
Yes, I bought them.
Okay, I didn't know
Oh,
that.
I missed that. Is that why you did left side Misty?
No.
So confused. I think it is.
He just wanted to put some mustard on it.
Yeah.
So we get to see the true power of return in Kanto. Like, I'm going to return this Sand Slash Pokemon that has reasonably high defense, like mid-range defense and HP. And it just, I mean, this is actually really close to not killing, but it just goes down in one hit. It's a crazy move.
Your Feraligatr has to have really good attack to be able to get away with that. It's what, 13 DV or better?
Yeah, 13 DV or better. Max is 15 for those of you who
Which is
missed
Fate,
the beginning.
Yeah, which is Fate would have it is the lesser of the two Totodiles that you get from the manip.
Yep, this Totodile has 13 attack, which is enough to get almost everything that you really want out of your attack. The biggest thing is that Whitney doesn't go down in one hit of the Miltank, but you can move some pieces around a little bit and get an extra level by losing a little movement time.
We've got $10 from Jock MS, saying, as a Pokemon Platinum speedrunner, I had to donate for what you said. Thank you for that. It was my pleasure.
That was a good one.
Thank you.
I concur.
We've got $15 from Sneaky Snake, saying, Shuckle is obviously the most underrated Pokemon.
He does have the potential to do the most possible damage in a single strike. Shuckle is the one that has that.
That is cool.
That power trick rollout thing.
And a triple battle and all kinds of things, but it's interesting to theory craft that.
Yeah.
We've got $25 from Anonymous. I'm pretty sure these are song lyrics, but I don't know this song. I remember when there were only 150 of you. Well, technically 151 if you are counting you. But I digress. I guess I spent the best years of my little life, surfing Cinnabar Island to get 126 revives. And I missed the Pokemon Center. I missed its music too. And the way that Snorlax looks like Lapras on water. Pokemon, what happened to me?
That sounded like some pristine poetry to me.
Yeah.
Such a deep soul, that Anonymous.
So mysterious.
Anonymous is a person of many talents.
You know, if I didn't know any better, I would say that it's more than one person, but only one person can have the username Anonymous, so I don't know.
I still haven't talked to anyone twice this run. I'm so close. I always talk to somebody twice.
You talked to Jasmine twice.
Did I?
Yeah, but you're supposed to.
Oh, come on.
Wait, didn't you say no to her the first time?
That kind of...
Pokeguy.
That actually... How did the... So, Swaff is memeing, but then it's actually true.
Yeah.
That happens more often than you would think.
So, movement's a little awkward. This old guy loves to block you. Well, I blocked myself on him.
Yeah.
But...
You almost expect him to move, so it's like...
Yeah.
Well, he's in his retirement, and he just wants somebody to talk to.
Trying to go fast, no time.
Yeah. But respect your elders, though. Don't be mean to them.
I love the remixes of these Gen 1 songs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
This is probably the best surf music in any game, too.
Yeah, I do like that, the surf music a lot. And I like the bike music better than Gen 1, too.
Oh, yeah.
Gen 1 bike music, like,
It's great.
it drives you insane after a while. Too happy.
We've got $5 from Sigismund Zero, saying, Hyper Beam Train, it's working.
Oh, yes. Wait, should I just do the hyper beam noise every time?
I think it was because you did the hyper beam noise, or maybe you have to do it again. I don't know.
We get a clarification donation may be needed.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of which, we have $100 from Waterbomb, saying, since you asked for it, let's hear your best imitation of Crickettoon's cry.
Oh, good.
Also, more puns, please. Don't let those haters get you down.
Oh, no, they never get me down. I think they're just too shy to admit it because they're young folks. I'm an old man, and I'm just at the point where I'm going to be cheesy if need be. All right, so Crickettoon.
Not bad.
Wait, let me try.
Oh,
There it
there we
is.
go. That was
Way better.
That was good.
Oh, okay, so that's the new incentive. Like, both me and Announcer Lady can do impressions, and you donate and say who you thought won.
Whoa, she didn't sign up for that.
If she's fine with it.
If I know what they sound like.
Oh, I really just guessed on Crickettoon. I'm not gonna
It
lie.
sounded
I
like
only
a
know
guess.
Crickettoon
Yeah.
because Crickettoon's a meme.
Yeah.
You hear that? She knows more memes than you, apparently.
Oh, that's not hard to do.
I thought you were the comedic relief.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I know memes. I have
fair
my
enough.
own. I have my own generic style, or my own specific style of cheesiness. You know, some people try to use big words that they don't understand in an effort to sound more photosynthesis. I'm one of those kind of guys. I stole that one. That's not even an original. I'm sorry.
We've got $5 from Ishala, saying another $5 to get on the Poke Train. Everyone get on it. Hype!
Hype!
Last chance for Pokeguy to see a shiny.
It would be fitting.
It would be really cool.
No, I just said I didn't talk to people twice.
Oh,
No, you have to talk to. He's literally living out of a cave now, and you're like his first human interaction in how long? He needed it.
I just wanted to see if it was shiny or not. Would have made history.
So this is really interesting for those that are familiar with Gen 1 and for whatever reason haven't seen this game yet. You'll notice that Koga was in the Elite Four, so it's like, well, who's manning this gym? And it's his daughter. So that's pretty cool. She kind of
his daughters.
yeah.
His daughters, yeah.
But which one is it?
I know. It's like they all look alike.
I can only imagine if it was random every run.
I like how she debates you. She's like, haha, you're wrong again. No, just kidding. It's like,
Yeah. If it was random every run, it'd be so funny.
Oh my god. And they were all spinners.
I think I might be related to Janine.
Oh god.
This is gonna. Okay, I'm ready.
Oh no, I was
I
What?
thought there was
Oh,
gonna be
haha,
something
gotcha.
coming.
This
from
isn't
it.
a pun?
No, she did the thing. She's like, oh, haha, gotcha. Like that's. I don't know.
We thought there was more to it because you've conditioned us.
Yeah, I was
See, I keep you on your toes.
ready to cringe.
That wasn't so bad.
We've got $5 from Moo saying, if I were to rate this Pokemon Gold race, I'd have to give it an Arc a 9 out of 10.
Ah.
Needs more puns. Pinky face.
They're rallying behind him.
Yes. Cheesy people of the world unite.
We got $5 from Makashi Blade saying, jumping on the challenge to donate $5. I lost my father to cancer nearly 10 years ago, so here's to hoping we put a stop to it once and for all. Cheers.
Cheers.
We've got $25 from Plant Pun saying, go Pokeguy, go Gunner. Here's a question. Have either of you ever run into shiny Pokemon during runs? Shiny Pokies, best Pokies, loving the run.
I've seen 5 shinies, 2 Pidgeys, and an Electrode in this game, a Lanoon in Sapphire, and a Poliwag Crystal.
I've seen 1. I was running Crystal Glitched, and you get Cyndaquil as your starter in that, and it was a shiny Cyndaquil.
If you like to see shinies in speedruns, the Let's Go game, they're like considerably more common, and you actually have to catch them for the game. So it's a great crossover for shiny hunters and speedrunners.
We've got $5 from Lizor31 saying, Pyukumuku makes the best sound. Another 10 if anyone can imitate that.
Which one is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
like-
the
like-
little,
The thing that looks like it's got a booger coming out of
the
it?
spiky rock.
Yeah.
The spiky booger rock.
It's the one from Alola.
I actually don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, give me a
I
second.
can just take a
Google
wild
it.
guess at it, and this can be the. No, I would never step on him. I wouldn't want booger rock on my shoes.
So we see a significant increase in level here. We actually have to do a real setup this time of 2 X-Tags.
Yeah.
He was the former champion.
It's double the amount of X attacks you've used in the rest of the gyms combined.
Double wing attack means I would have actually had to heal, anyway,
Yeah.
even without the Earthquake from the Quagsire, which is super rare.
All right, I looked up the Pyukumuku sound.
Yeah, I was way off.
This Executor has a damage range, but it'll just charge Solar Beam if I miss, so it's fine. Good.
You have to watch the HP bar go down for like 10 seconds if you miss it, though.
Yeah.
Does somebody that knows what they're talking about want to explain extreme speed here?
Sure. So Arcanine chooses the move that it thinks will deal more damage based on your stats, Extreme Speed or Flamethrower. And so if you have very good defense, Extreme Speed does less damage than Flamethrower, so it tries to use Flamethrower. The reason that we can even attempt to get a healless Kanto is because obviously Extreme Speed is a priority move and does a decent bit of damage, so if he hits you with that, you always have to heal for red. But since this Totodile that we manip has super good defense, we never get Extreme Speed, even with Perfect Special. So
If I'm not mistaken, this is the only trainer in the game, if not the only trainer in the run, that cheats and looks at your DVs to determine what movies he's going to use.
I don't know that is true, but
It's the only
maybe
one
the
that
one
we're aware of.
that we fight. And also he sends out Rhydon and Arcanine in a random order.
It's better that when he sends out Rhydon last.
Yeah, because then you save one input. Because I had to go from return, surf, return instead of just
Return.
return, and then one input to surf. But it's negligible at best.
We've got $30 from Anna239 saying, do Jigglypuff sound. I just looked that one up too.
I can do. Well, I can sort of do Jigglypuff from the anime. Would that work?
That's even better.
Not bad.
I need an adult.
I will save your ears and not try to sing like Jigglypuff.
We got $5 from Lucky Pash saying, I guess we all need to give $5 right now, so here it is. Hyper Beam Hype!
Hype!
Got $5 from Sepute saying, another day of the $5 donation train. Let's go! Woo! We got $5 from Wiggles the Tough saying, $5 train hype!
Hype!
Hey,
We got $25 from Justin Dark saying, $25 from the moms. Hi, Mom. For the moms, not from the moms.
Okay.
Oh,
So I have to. You have time for like one or two more, but I'm about to do another dark tunnel and then the hardest fight in the game. So
all right. We got $25 from Bearzo saying, Gold may not have been my first Pokemon game, but I love watching you guys run it. Umbreon is the most overrated Pokemon in my opinion.
whoa.
Oh, I don't know
I would
about.
say Umbreon's underrated.
Yeah, he's particularly beefy, like his
Yeah.
defenses.
All right, so anyway, coming up here for Gunner is going to be the last dark segment and then the final fight of the game and the hardest fight. So some serious time here.
Almost.
All right,
bad.
so if everybody in chat can start spamming Charm,
Yep.
that would be of great help.
I just want to see Twitch chat spamming Charm right now.
I checked the time before I started the split. I think if I get even second try red, this is still sub 320. It's pretty close.
Yeah, it'll be close, but you should be able to get it.
Which was my goal for this run.
Yep.
Getting
Okay,
it.
so this fight is extremely scary if you see Thunder and it hits, but not guaranteed to.
Yeah, so the way this works is Pikachu likes to use Charm, but sometimes it uses Thunder. And if he uses Thunder, you lose.
You have to heal until he doesn't use Thunder, but okay, that's good.
Setting up 4 things here.
Yes, okay.
Come on, big guy. One more.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So now if he hits me with Thunder, as long as it doesn't crit. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Quick donation.
Sure. It's all okay now.
We got $10 from El Cid saying, if this gets read, I want someone to do Snorlax's cry because it's so hilariously simple. And it is. It goes like,
I can do Snorlax from the anime kind of too. Yes.
go on.
Snorlax. No, that was awful. Never mind. Don't applaud that. It was awful.
I love it.
That sound gives me nightmares from the Super Smash Bros.
Oh God, yeah.
We got $5 from Ishala saying, Audino, what to think of all of these Poke puns? They are just so unexpected. I just hope the runner right don't get Bulbasaur from them.
We're actually coming up on time for Gunner. They'll be pretty soon.
After the fight ends, Red is going to say like ... and then the text box is going to disappear, and at the frame that text box disappears, that is time for me.
Right when the credits start, basically.
We've got $100 from Horse with No Name saying, there's no better time to be homesick. This Pokemon Gold run is just the warm bowl of soup I need.
How do we know which horse to thank?
The one that has no name.
But there's so many of those. Thank you nonetheless, horse friend. Hope you get to feeling better.
We've got $25 from DRP527 saying trying to get this in before the end of the run, but who can best imitate the greatest cry? Stunfisk. It sounds exactly like it looks.
I mean,
I don't know.
I hate to sound crude, but he pretty much just sounds like a fart. And, like,
I'm not imitating that one.
Yeah.
No crits. Just, I think I still have a surf, so even if he burns, it's
Yep.
fine.
$5 from Lynx
Oh.
saying, I was trying to think of a Pokemon move sound I really wanted to hear, but I think I just want to hear Gen 2 Hyper Beam again. $20 more if runners and couch do it all together.
Sorry to cut you off, though, but
Time.
time for Gunner.
woo!
That was at 319, so good job, man.
319 what?
30.
Okay.
25.
That is
Good
a
job.
good run.
Are we ready to shred our vocal cords for charities, guys?
All right, everyone. 3, 2, 1. Excellent.
Wow, you got 315.
I don't think any of my 3 hyper beams I've done so far have been remotely similar to one another either.
All right, so Pokeguy's coming up after he finishes this ride on off. He'll be on the travel to the last fight in the game as well.
Ooh, my audio switched.
Get to enjoy the Pokeguy run now.
Oh yeah, because we get to hear the gym leader's theme one more time.
Yep.
Oh, so good.
I know. I love this song.
It's easily number 3 for me.
Oh, easily. Is that right?
We've got $20 from Shiny Gyarados.
Lucky Channel, come on.
Shiny Gyarados says, this Master Ball is really comfortable.
That's great.
I just realized.
We got $25 from Jera saying, love watching Pokemon runs at GDQs. There's another 25 in it if someone does the Jinx cry.
I've got this.
No.
Knee keys are on for that one,
Yeah, that's his. He does it the best.
for sure.
We've got $100 from Squirtle Squad saying, Squirtle, Squirtle, Squirt.
Squirtle.
Really putting my imitation to shame.
Oh, I get. Well, you're. It's like 2-1 right now. You're still winning.
We got $5 from Lilat R saying, what a great race. Congrats to both the runners. Special shout outs to Swaff on the couch for being so hilarious.
I did this.
Hi, Kevin.
All right. Time for Pokeguys. Mount Silver. Coming
Yeah.
up. This is about as hard as it looks, I would say. About.
It really is disorienting because the bike doesn't move exactly how you want it to as well, and that can add to the getting lost.
Yeah, if you bonk into a wall, it takes like extra time to turn to like get off the wall, and then there's not really many item balls to give you bearings for where you are, but
Yeah.
here we go.
Super repellent.
Right. Your repel normally wears that much later than that.
What?
Uh,
Okay.
Do you?
Okay.
There you go.
Why does that keep happening?
Nice. Really good ending.
Really good. Okay.
and
But are you going to make it to the end? I think so.
It should.
and for those wondering why they don't get Flash, on top of it just being slower to teach, literally it's like a 5-minute plus detour
At
to
least.
get
Yeah.
Flash.
At least.
You have
At
to do
least
Sprout
5, yeah.
Tower. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Especially as a water type.
Though Abra could learn Flash, so
Chom.
Charm.
charm, 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 charm.
I didn't heal.
So if you
He could only use Thunder there
Yeah,
because
so
he forgot to heal.
when Pikachu reads that he can kill you with Thunder, he always uses
Yeah.
Thunder instead of only 25% of the time.
Oh.
We need that again, but more charming.
Charm, 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 charm.
Keep it up. We've got $15 from White Cheddar saying, easy people, I feel obligated to donate now. Okay, hi!
Nice.
Okay, 2 more.
Really this one.
Charm.
No. That's like the last
I'm
turn.
not gonna reset.
Yeah, you shouldn't. I don't think you reset. So now, because he thinks Thunder will kill, he will use Thunder forever until it misses.
Yep.
So,
He has to use all his full resource and hope it misses.
and if for whatever reason Pikachu runs out of Thunders, he switches to Thunderbolt, and then you're basically soft locked. You can't win the fight.
Yes!
Nice,
Yes!
nice.
More. Charm. Yes.
Yes.
Did it.
Okay. It's always
Slightly
so
overestimated.
scary, though.
Slightly.
So if you're looking for a reason to be discouraged to run this game, this is it.
This is the worst bit,
Yeah.
honestly. Like
If this were like closer to the beginning, or even midway through, it wouldn't be as bad. But literally, the last fight in the game is the roughest.
and there's nothing you can do to control it, really.
You also wouldn't normally save before it if you're on like a record pace, so you just go in and you have to hope.
Yep.
Hope that you win a coin flip.
Yep.
Basically. If you get thundered on the actual last turn, you can finish off the Pikachu, heal on the Snorlax, and go from there. But
Yeah.
it's still super slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Snorlax will be spamming Body Slam, and that could potentially paralyze, and is really, really slow.
Yeah.
as you said.
We've all been there.
Yeah. It's a lot better than the old strat. Freeze the Venusaur.
Yep, way back in the day, the strat was Ice Punch Venusaur twice, hope you freeze it one of the times, do all your setup. And
Yeah.
And you would Earthquake Pikachu, right?
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
like
that's what it
turn
was.
one.
Yeah.
Earthquake.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just found it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so scary.
Snorlax can still body slam, but usually Amnesia's.
Yeah, I think he just forgets the Body Slam sometimes because of amnesia.
Mm-hmm.
A few last donations before Pokeguy beats Red.
Probably have time for one, yeah.
Sorry. We got $5 from Captain Blood saying, hopping on this train. Choo-choo! Whoop whoop! Whoop whoop. We've got $50 from Mighty Crobat saying, time to pay up, I guess. Congrats, Gunner.
Nice.
Thanks.
We got $25 from Lucid Marauder saying, thanks for everything, speedrunners. This is a great cause. Do the Kingler sound.
Cookie. No, wait, that was Cookie Monster. I'm sorry.
It's like clunk, clunk,
Oh.
clunk. Something
Oh, yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
No, it's in the anime. It's more like.
That was better.
Yeah.
That was a puzzle league
I'm not
version.
gonna lie. I just really want some cookies.
Hey, wait, get ready on time for Pokeguy. Just gotta go through the dialogue here. And time.
Okay.
Not bad.
Everyone, let's give it up for Gunnermaniac and Pokeguy 84!
Woo! Thanks, guys. Thanks.
At least you did good.
Also, these are good credit music too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I don't care about my IGN.
Wow. Hi, everyone. Hi.
Where's this?
Thank you.